Step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning Expresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
It's another beautiful morning and a fresh start to a brand new weekend. No, this is not an illusion.
Start.
Exactly, brand new time slot for us. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show now starting at 6 o'clock. And welcome to it. Zoe, how are you doing?
Very good.
Laka, how was the weekend?
You know what, the weekend was fantastic, and yours?
Oh, it was fantastic. Painted with colors of white, grey and mint as we had a baby shower and a nappy party and all those good things. It was truly wonderful.
Oh, that's amazing. And hopefully if you're enjoying the long weekend, you can sit back, relax, because this morning we have a full show for you.
Yeah.
Josh Wantie joins us this morning. He's got a single currently on the 5FM Top 10 at 10 dance hits, so you do not want to miss out on his performance.
Yeah, what you also don't want to miss out is, well, the whole nation basically was speaking about it from episode 1 of Tropical Island of Treasure. Rudy Woodkowski is here to show us how he got them abs. So he's going to... Oh, I mean, look at the man.
Rude.
Put those abs away, Rudy. It's too early in the morning.
Shirt on today.
I mean, come on,
man.
May
I put that request in?
Oh, now I just got to put my straight jacket on. And then we'll also be taking a look at a little bit of a preview of the Tropical Island of Treasure Season 8 in the Maldives finale, which of course airs tonight at 7:30 on SABC3. It's Team Yellow versus Team Red. I wonder who will be victorious. Are you wearing, what is
listen,
are you choosing sides?
I'm wearing Style by SA today,
Oh, okay,
so I have no prediction on what's happening with Tropica a little bit later, but what I can tell you is you do not want to miss out. We have the Mentalist in studio, Larry Soffa, he's going to be joining us, and it's all about believing to see instead of seeing to believe, so you do not want to miss out on that. He's going to wow us today.
Absolutely. While you wrap your mind around that, let's get the day started by taking a look at the news headlines of the morning.
Thank you so much, guys. Good morning from my side. It's a fresh Monday morning. Let's get into it. Starting off on a rather sad note this morning with the news. International News, Arts and Culture Minister Natim Tetwa yesterday said that a road accident had robbed the nation of 3 of its most versatile and glittering stars. He was reacting to the deaths of actor, TV presenter and producer Akumzi Jazile, actor Tubani Msaleni and actor and singer Siyasanga Kubese, who were killed in a car crash near Queenstown on Saturday. He said the nation has been dealt a triple blow, and another celebrity, former Golden Arrows and Orlando Pirates soccer star Becca Pakati, also died in a car accident during the weekend. Then the first ever India-South Africa Business Summit kicked off at the Sandton Convention Centre in Johannesburg last night with a gala dinner and continues today with both closed-door and plenary sessions. The summit aims to strengthen trade and investment ties between South Africa and India. Some of India's top chief executive officers and South Africa's Minister of Trade and Industry, Dr. Rob Davies, and the Minister of Public Enterprises, Pravin Gordhan, are attending the summit. In your international news this morning, Australia's Great Barrier Reef will receive $379 million in new funding to restore water quality and protect the coral from starfish attacks, government ministers announced yesterday. The Great Barrier Reef, which can be seen from space, covers 348,000 square kilometers and was World Heritage listed in 1981 as the most spectacular coral reef on the planet. A major outbreak of coral-eating crown-of-thorns starfish has been destroying areas of the reef, prompting a major cull in January. And lastly, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the former president of Liberia, was officially awarded the 2017 Ibrahim Prize for Achievement in African Leadership on Saturday evening during a special leadership ceremony in Kigali, Rwanda. Sirleaf said she was honored to be a recipient of the coveted prize and received it on behalf of the many women and men who helped to navigate the profound complexities of the post-conflict country that is Liberia. She is the first woman to receive the $5 million award paid over 10 years and $200,000 annually for life thereafter. That's where we leave your news headlines on your Monday morning. I'll get you another update in half an hour's time.
Well, let's take a look at what's in the sporting headlines this morning. Well, with the flair that kept them in front this season, Mamelodi Sundowns earned an 8th PSL title with a 3-1 win over embattled Ajax Cape Town on Saturday. On the score sheet, Billiat, Nascimento and Vilagazi rounded off a stellar season for the Brazilians and secured the 2018 crown with 1 game still to spare. For Ajax, the focus shifts now to preventing a league exit with victory over Kaizer Chiefs on the final day of the season, while fellow relegation contenders Baroka FC and SuperSport United do battle. We're staying with football, where Arsene Wenger's final battle against Man United at the helm of Arsenal had the air of a season finale, with old foe Sir Alex Ferguson even paying tribute. But that's all the Gunners would take, as a Fergie 5 extra time goal from Marwan Fellaini would give new nemesis Jose Mourinho the bragging rights with a 2-1 win at Old Trafford. Elsewhere, champions Manchester City equaled the league's season record for the most wins with a 4-1 win victory at West Ham, and the relegation battle remains alive at the bottom of the table. Shifting our focus now to World Rugby, with the Blitzboks relinquishing their lead in the World 7 Series to Singapore champions Fiji. The SA franchises also battled in Super Rugby this weekend. Now, despite the positive start provided by both the rainfall and a much-needed 34-18 win for the Stormers over the Rebels in Cape Town, a spirited Reds pulled off one of the best upsets of the season, beating the touring Lions 27-22 in Brisbane before a penalty after the final hooter saw the visiting Highlanders clinch a nail-biting 29-28 victory over the Bulls at Loftus. And finally, the Bacau circuit stole the show yet again, with a major turn in fortunes for Lewis Hamilton, who won a chaotic Azerbaijan Grand Prix after last year's winner Daniel Ricciardo collided with his teammate Mark Verstappen to end Red Bull's challenge. A puncture to race leader Valtteri Bottas gifted his teammate, defending champion Hamilton and Mercedes, their first victory of the season. Despite starting on pole, failed tactics saw Ferrari Sebastian Vettel finish in fourth, now 4 points adrift in the drivers' standings. And that's a roundup of all of the weekend sporting results.
Let's take a first look at what to expect in your temperatures today, and it seems like in the Western and Eastern Cape you can expect mid-20s and lower 20s. However, the northeast and Gauteng, west coast in fact, those can expect some warmer conditions. But looking at your temperatures, we start off in Polokwane, expect a low of 12, a high of 27. Mbombela 16, 27, sunny conditions in Pretoria 13 with a high of 25. Johannesburg 11 with a high of 23. Mahikeng 11, 26. Klerksdorp 13, 26. Kimberley 14 with a high of 25. Thunder showers expected in Bloemfontein, 9 is your minimum, 22 your maximum. Richards Bay 18 with a high of 24. Pietermaritzburg 11, 21. Durban 19, 24. Mthatha 7 with a high of 20. East London 14, 22, sunny conditions in Cradock, a low of 4, a high of 22. Port Elizabeth 12, 21, George 5, 21. Sunny conditions in Sutherland 11 with a high of 22. Cape Town also starting off on 11 with a high of 22. Worcester 8, 25, Springbok 12, 27, and Uppington 16 with a high of 30 degrees Celsius. That's where we leave your weather for now. I'll have more for you in half an hour.
Well, while we live in a world that is constantly changing and life seemingly moving ever faster and faster every single day, let's pump the brakes a little bit and welcome this day, the 30th of April, by reflecting on what exactly happened that was very important on this day in history.
Absolutely. First and foremost, I can't believe it's the end of April, man.
Oh,
yes, crazy. That's crazy. Anyways, let's quickly take a look. On this day in 1997, Ellen DeGeneres, we all love her. She's brilliant. She made history and paved the way for LGBT artists when she came out as gay on her sitcom, Ellen.
Yeah, man. One of my favorite people in the world, super talented, just able to put a smile on anyone's face. Now, also in 2008, the remains found near Yekaterinburg, Russia, were confirmed by Russian scientists to be the remains of Alexei and Anastasia, two of the children of the last Tsar of Russia. Now, for years, many people believed that the young princess Anastasia had survived, and the 1998 animated film Anastasia was based on that rumor.
My word.
Yeah.
There we go. That's the film. Had no idea. Very cool. And then lastly, in 1989, a British scientist, Tim Berners-Lee, actually invented the World Wide Web, WWW, as we know it, at CERN. Now, the web was originally conceived and developed to meet the demand for automatic information sharing between scientists in universities and institutes around the world.
Yeah.
So, hey, look
thanks
where
very
it
much
is
to
today.
Tim Berners-Lee for equipping us with the age of information and also taking away time that we will never get because of Instagram. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's our bite-sized dose of history. Seize this day and make it one for the books. And we're going to be doing exactly that for you when we come back. Rudy Witkowski is going to take us through one of the workouts that gives him those chiseled abs. How he does it, I don't know, but we'll find out.
He's just putting us all to shame this morning,
crazy.
man.
Oh.
Listen, we're also going to introduce you to our Mandela Monday hero, and she is literally building the pilots of tomorrow. Yes, taking to the skies after the break.
To infinity and beyond.
Yeah, getting yes.
Cool, give me 30 seconds, please. Cool. Okay, let's come back. Cool.
Same track as this track. So if it needs to be, I can take it down this side. Okay, I'm gonna give him a full.
Never gonna be too late to find. Horizons in, horizons in. Be flying, oh, you be flying. Take my hand and show me all your dreams will lead us on, calling us to new horizons. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've got 3 different frequencies. Okay, can we just send it to the other one? Yeah. Definitely. I have no idea which.
Can you hear it in your ears? Yeah. Cool. Okay.
I just tell him a little bit vocals down. Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's keep going with the sound. Josh, could you just run, track, and click? I'm just going to try ears for the first time, please. No worry, there will be more time. Just want to get you. Sweet. Okay, cool. Yes,
Day would never come. Was holding on to nothing. Thought it was gone, and we were back where we'd begun.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, happy Monday and a very good morning to you. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show Express on SABC3. And of course, we just announced, we told you this last week, but you know it now, that we now have a brand new time slot and starting in the mornings at 6 a.m. So we wanted to know what you had to say about that. As you can see, you were needing that deep sluk van die koffie for oggend. Tobeka says, can't wait to slay this Monday with Expresso fam. Teresa saying, morning fam, wide awake and waiting. Martha feeling sorry for us there. Shame, no rest for the soul. Lindy, morning Expresso fam, I'm wide awake. Congratulations there from Donay. Mark Gavin saying he's loving this post. Good morning to you. Bronwyn Vitboy, wide awake and waiting. Johanna says, good morning guys, wild awake and waiting. Have a blessed day and an awesome week ahead. And to you too. Lauren also saying good morning to all of us here. She was already glued to her TV screen waiting for us. So yes, please keep interacting with us on our social media platforms. We are Expresso Morning Show SABC3 on Facebook, at Expresso Show on Instagram and Twitter. And of course the hashtag is Expresso Show.
Well, as you know, the tropical island of treasure, Maldives, comes to an end tonight. So Rudy joins us here from Team Yellow, and he's about to do an ab workout with us. I mean, we've been checking you out on the show. We've been following you on social media, and you know you've got your ab workout routine down to a T. Now, Rudy, it's great to have you here.
Thank you for having me, Zoe. Yes, today I'm firstly Rudy Witkowski, founder of Easy Abs at Home Workout. Today I'll be showing you a workout you can perform at home.
And that's all, of course, using your own body weight. So
Exactly.
It's perfect for when you're on the go. Okay,
All
cool.
functional workouts.
Okay.
So let's start. We're going to show you variations of the plank because it's so boring and outdated. We're going to go down, Zoe, onto your hands and get onto your plank. Your shoulders are going to be in line with your elbows, and we're just going to hold for that standard plank. Keep your back straight, keep your buttocks down, hold and breathe with a little smile.
Okay. So if you're doing this workout at home, of course, we're doing a shorter version of everything.
Yeah.
How long must you do it at home?
Normally I would say about 30 seconds to a minute.
Okay.
That's standard time. If you advance, a minute to a minute and a half.
Okay.
And just keep holding, keep holding, keep holding. Hold for about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to modify, come up, up, down, down. Just adds a little more resistance as you go up, up, down, down. And you can feel that core really working and engaging that core.
Yes.
Down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. 7 more seconds and we'll take a 20-second rest in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest.
Okay.
How are you feeling?
That burns. That really, really burns. I mean, I've always had, you know, weakness in my arms and abs.
So you can feel your shoulders working a little.
Yeah. Well, for someone that's more of a beginner and they really, you know, they're not good at the plank, what's the best way to build them up to that stage?
Just start with your standard plank and eventually just take it one step at a time.
Okay.
One step at a time.
Okay, so there's different variations.
There's a different variation. We're going to go back into your plank position now, and all we're going to do is we're raising your buttocks up and down. We're mimicking the standard crunch. Up, down, up, down. Really attacking that midsection of yours right now. Up, down, for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now all we're going to do is just raise your left leg and right leg, alternating sides, and you can really feel it's working the one side of your abdominal area only.
Okay.
So it's isolating those abdominal areas. Can you really feel it?
Yeah, I can definitely feel it. Well, if you've just joined us,
1.
Rudy from Tropical Island of Treasure, Team Yellow joins us today. You're going to be back a little bit later for another fitness segment. And of course, we are focusing all on the abdominals today, so don't go anywhere. We've got more Tropical Island of Treasure coming your way, and of course, more fitness.
Thank you.
That's it, Zoe. Work that core. Thank you, Rudy, man. Great inspiration to start off your Monday morning. Right now, though, this Mandela Monday, our hero is a woman who is literally the wind beneath the wings of tomorrow's pilots. And we love this story. Fatima Jakut has a new generation of aspiring aviators seeing beyond the horizon to wherever an aircraft and their determination can take them. Let's meet her.
I'm a professional pilot and I live my dream, and I want to see many more young South Africans and Africans to reach for the sky and become aviators, pilots, air traffic controllers. The future of aviation lies with our youth.
Fatima is the founder of Sakigamba Foundation that was established in 2010 to develop and expose our youth to the aerospace industry. It has already reached 90,000 young people.
Sakigamba is a Xhosa word and it means building a future. So we just added a little bit, building a future with young aviators. And that is the aim for our programs as well. We expose the youth to the aviation industry. We have a series of about 7 programs and projects that we do to expose them. Our center is the STEAM laboratory where the core of the STEM education takes place. The STEAM laboratory is a STEM education laboratory with robotics and aerospace as the main themes. We've got a robotics lab that exposes those who come visit our center to the Internet of Things, artificial intelligence. They build their own robots in one day, so very exciting. It also has an air traffic control tower that overlooks the whole facility. We also have a model airport that is a great learning tool to see how the operations of the airports happens on a daily basis.
I've learned that to fly a plane, it's very difficult. It might seem easy, but the maths and science and physics is completely different. And one of my main favorites about being here was when I got to fly the simulator.
At the Sakikamba Foundation, I've learned how aeroplanes fly. I've learned what the ailerons are used for and what the rudders are used for, and the best aerodynamics for a paper jet.
To give the school students a sense that these professions are achievable, the foundation introduces them to young graduates and beneficiaries of the program like Arnold Moritz.
I've always wanted to be a pilot since the age of 12, having gone up on a chance helicopter flight at such a young age, and that really sparked an interest for me to pursue a career in aviation. Sakikamba Foundation helped me from the word go. Once we've completed our PPL, the foundation provided us guidance to complete our commercial pilot's license. That's where we find ourselves at this point. And all throughout the way, Fatima's been really a mentor and a guide for us to be successful in this career.
Inspired students are exposed to the full range of career options within the aviation industry.
I would love to do aviation one day. I would love to drive a plane. I've seen that it's one of the things I enjoy doing, and my abilities and strengths are here.
One day I would want to be in the aviation because you get to see the whole of the world and all that the world has to offer.
To all the aspirational pilots, your challenges are going to be enormous, but never give up on your dream. Every single pilot that is out there flying those big machines today and that you admire had to go through some sort of struggle. But hey, it's worth it in the end.
To young people, many of whom will never have been in an aircraft, let alone fly a plane, Fatima's foundation is here to say, yes, you can.
Yes, you can. What an inspiring story for a Monday morning,
Absolutely, man. Take it to the skies.
Come on.
Take
All
it to
right.
the skies.
All right.
Yes.
Well, right now, we're back again with our regular Guess Who game where we've deliberately blurred lines on a photo of somebody very well known, and we're going to see whether your brain is actually working, or is that grey matter switched on. We're going to give you a couple of clues, and let's see whether you can guess who.
Okay, let's go for it. Let's take a look at the picture. So, your brain is working, all right? You're not seeing anything funny. We actually did blur it out. It's not that early, okay? So that's the person you need to identify. So here are some clues. It's a South African singer and songwriter from Johannesburg. All right, there's the one for you. Second clue, he signed a US record deal after the release of his single Into the Wild in 2014 and released his debut album called Barely Breathing in 2017. And he also recently won a celebrity dancing competition in South Africa with Marcelo Solomeo. So there you have it.
There you have this blurred lines. You let us know. Head on over to our social media platforms.
Stuck in my head now, man.
At Expresso Show, and of course, let us know who our mystery person is. But stay tuned because there's still lots more to come on your field.
Absolutely, a feel-good story as that. A story just to put a smile on your face, man, and how a dog saved a 3-year-old girl in the wild.
Excellent.
Protected her, man.
Wow,
yeah.
man. Absolutely. And then we'll also be taking a look at the sports results, well, the major sporting results from the weekend in a bit more detail.
No click? Yeah. Yeah, well, it's just like it was flipping loud last time. Yeah. Yeah, I knew it. I'm gonna turn my master down.
Can I get a bit less vocal in the ears? Yeah, a little bit down.
Yeah, you go down for it, yeah?
Thought I could dream, but the day would never come. Was holding on to nothing. Thought it was cool and we were back where we begun. But it's never gonna be too late to find. Horizons and horizons and be flying, oh, you be flying. Take my hand and show me all your dreams will lead us on, calling us to new horizons. Take my hand and show me closer than I think we know, chasing after new horizons. the doorway waiting for morning. We'll be leaving at the first light, leaving all this behind. Horizons and horizons and be flying, oh, be flying. Take my hand and show me all your dreams will lead us home, calling us to new horizons. Take my hand and show me closer than I think we know, chasing after new horizons.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, happy Monday. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We are live, large, and in charge. And listen, nothing kicks the Monday blues like some feel-good news. And we've got some cool stories to share
We
with you.
do have cool ones. So I said shotgun the cat story.
You got that. But let me give you the first one,
Okay,
shall I? Which
okay.
comes all the way from Australia.
Down under.
A great story of loyalty and companionship after a little girl went missing for some 15 hours
Sure,
overnight. And you're
scary
looking at the
stuff.
hero of the whole tale there. And this is Max. That's her trusty dog who led the search that found her location. Now, last week Friday in Queensland, a 3-year-old girl named Aurora went missing after she wandered off at like 3 p.m. in the afternoon, got lost,
3 years
and then her
old.
doggy Max was with her. And after she didn't return, obviously a search party was sent out, and there were some 100 emergency services people scouring the veld looking for her. And at 8 a.m., after a long, cold and rainy night, at 8 a.m. they finally found her thanks to Max, who spent the whole night with her, keeping her safe and warm. And he's a 17-year-old, partially blind, blue heeler. And after his heroics and loyalty, he was awarded with a badge of honor and named an honorary police dog and given all the treats he could eat.
Oh, that's adorable.
Loving
Listen,
it.
you've got to love animals and kids together. Now, I've also got a little bit of an animal story, and even though I'm a cat lady, my cat cannot do a high five. And according to Jason Galaxy, the host of Animal Planet's My Cat from Hell, apparently cats should be able to do tricks like that. And
should be.
They should be able to. Now, Jason is running a cat program called Cat Positive, and this encourages animal shelters to teach cats tricks like high fives so that they're more favorable for adoption. And since running this program, more than 400 cats who participated were adopted in the first 2 semesters of the program. And basically they say by simply teaching your cat something as simple as a high five, it makes a shy cat open up, and it makes a more aggressive cat learn how to play softer. So it's I didn't know you can teach a cat tricks.
It's quite an honorable pursuit.
Aha, see what you did there.
Pursuit. I don't know. Anyway, those are some feel-good stories
Those
that
are
we have to share
positive
with
stories for you this morning.
Yeah, and I think I hope they definitely put a smile on your face. And share some more feel-good news with us if you have any to share on our social media platforms. Of course, always using hashtag Expresso Show. But right now, it's time for us to quickly take a look at the headlines of the morning.
Thank you so much, Kat. Yes, let's run you through your news headlines on your Monday morning. In your National News, Arts and Culture Minister Nathi Mthethwa yesterday said that a road accident had robbed the nation of 3 of its most versatile and glittering stars, Akumzi Jazile, actor Tubani Mseleni, and actor and singer Siyasanga Kobese. Then the first ever India-South Africa Business Summit kicked off at the Sandton Convention Centre in Johannesburg last night with a gala dinner and continues today with both closed-door and plenary sessions. In your international headlines, Australia's Great Barrier Reef will receive $379 million in new funding to restore water quality and protect the coral from starfish attacks. The Great Barrier Reef, which can be seen from space, covers 348,000 square kilometers. And Eleanor Johnson Sirleaf, the former president of Liberia, was officially awarded the 2017 Ibrahim Prize for Achievement in African Leadership on Saturday evening during a special leadership ceremony in Kigali, Rwanda. That's your news headlines. We'll bring you a full bulletin at the top of the hour.
And a quick little roundup of all the major sporting action over the weekend. With the flair that kept them in front this season, Mamelodi Sundowns earned an 8th PSL title with a 3-1 win over embattled Ajax Cape Town on Saturday. In keeping with football, of course, we move over to England, where Arsene Wenger's final battle against Man United at the helm of Arsenal had the air of a season finale, with old foes Sir Alex Ferguson even paying tribute. And elsewhere, champions Manchester City equalled the league's season record for the most wins with a 4-1 victory at West Ham, and the relegation battle still remains alive at the bottom of the table. Moving over to rugby, despite the positive start provided by both the rain and a much-needed 34-18 win for the Stormers over the Rebels in Cape Town, a spirited Reds beat the touring Lions 27-22 in Brisbane before a penalty after the final hooter saw the visiting Highlanders clinch a nail-biting 29-28 victory over the Bulls at Loftus. And finally, the Baku circuit stole the show yet again with a major turn of fortunes for Lewis Hamilton, who won a chaotic Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Despite starting on pole, failed tactics saw Ferrari's Sebastian Vettel finish in 4th and now 4 points adrift of the drivers' standings. And that's a roundup of the major sporting highlights.
Before we look at your roads, just take note that the petrol price is set to increase by 49 cents a litre as of Wednesday, the 2nd of May. And that's due to the rand-dollar exchange rate changing. And then in Gauteng and Boysens, traffic is congested on the M1 northbound. That's from Alamein Road and the Crown Interchange. That's where we leave your traffic for now on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Pharma Dynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
Well, good morning. If you've just joined us, time for us to take a look at your weather for today. Starting off from Polokwane, you can expect a low of 12 with a high of 27. Partly cloudy conditions in Mbombela, 16 with a high of 27. Pretoria, 13, 25. Johannesburg, 11 with a high of 23. Partly cloudy conditions in Mahikeng. 11's your minimum, 26 your maximum. Klerksdorp 13 reaching a high of 26. If you are in Kimberley, 14 with a high of 25 can be expected. Bloemfontein 9 with a high of 22. Richards Bay 18, 24. Pietermaritzburg 11 with a high of 21. Some partly cloudy conditions expected and some rain in Durban, a low of 19, a high of 24. Mthatha 7 with a high of 20. East London 14 with a maximum of 22, Cradock 4 with a high of 22, Port Elizabeth 12 reaching a high of 21, George 5 with a maximum of 21. Sunny conditions in Sutherland, 11's your minimum, 22 your maximum. Cape Town 11 reaching a high of 22. Worcester 8, 25, Springbok 12 with a high of 27, and partly cloudy conditions in Uppington, a low of 16 with a high of 30 degrees Celsius. That's where we leave your weather for now on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Zoe. We can definitely feel the cold, chilly morning temperatures
bro,
there.
This morning I was feeling slightly
chilly,
uncomfortable. I was like, I should have worn socks. That's what I was thinking, because my ankles were getting cold.
Dude, don't let the ankles go cold, man. Winter's look after them ankles.
At least they're well moisturized.
Listen, let's move away from that for a second. Let's quickly get into your sport and all the action that happened out on the field this weekend.
Yeah,
man.
Certainly was an action-packed 3 days of sports this weekend, with something to watch across the board for everyone. Yeah. All the fans, I'm sure, were very satisfied. And so in case you missed out on any of the big moments, we do have some of our top picks in terms of results from the world sports scene. And we pick it up with rugby first. Of course, this time around, it was Fiji that took home the crown in Singapore at the Sevens tournament there. And they beat Australia 28 points to 22 in the final. Sure. And this is their 3rd consecutive win on tour and their 4th overall. So they're doing very well, had a great season. And South Africa, this was the 4th time that we lost now after... We lost to England, excuse me. We finished in 4th because we had the bronze medal playoff, and we lost to Fiji in the semi-finals. We were that close 12-10. So we could have.
It was very close. It was such a touch and go, that one. Yeah. If
you have a look at our results throughout the group stages, we beat Samoa 26-5, then beat Canada 26-12, Argentina 26. 12 as well there. So it was the day of the 26s, if you will.
Definitely.
And then quarterfinals beating Kenya 24-12, and then in the semifinals, as I said, 12-10 against Fiji. But now we've lost in the semifinals in the past 4 tournaments, but we've at least finished in the medals position 6 times. But it looks like we might be losing a little bit of steam. with regards to the tournament. Let's hope that the boys can really pick it up again. And of course, up next, the series heads to England for the London Sevens from the 2nd till the 3rd of June. So good luck to the boys there. They remain on the road. And of course, we'll be in Pool D, where we'll face Samoa, Canada, Russia. One would think that's kind of easy opposition for us to
definitely not though. They're going to have to bring out, but I really hope, like you said, that they get that momentum back, and they have been playing well all over the Sevens tournament as well, man. They just need to up it a notch.
You speak about playing well. Mamelodi Sundowns have done all of that and more, and they have now clinched their 8th PSL title as they beat Ajax Cape Town 3-1, and Pirates also then lost to Cape Town City 1-0 over the weekend. But it was a bit of a nervy start because Ajax went ahead first. With a 1-0 in the 2nd minute through Musa Libusa. Then Sundowns then recovered back. Kama Biliat putting away a goal in the 12th. Ricardo Nascimento a penalty in the 29th, and Sibusiso Vilakazi in the 36th minute. Then ended the score there at 3-1. You can see the rest of the results, and of course it's a troublesome one for the teams in relegation right now, which include Ajax Cape Town. They're in trouble. They need to really make hay while the sun is high in order to stay in top flight football. And heading into the last game of the season, 4 teams are still in danger of joining Platinum Stars in that relegation battle. 12th place, Baroka FC, they're on 34 points. 13th place, Polokwane City on 33. Supersport United, can you believe it? 33 points as well. Yeah. And then, of course, Ajax, as I said, 31. And in the English Premiership, a whole lot of results. Manchester United, really Fergie time goals with Marwan Fellaini. Very lucky header that ended up in the back of the net. 2-1 against Arsenal over there. And I think other noteworthy games, if you will. Manchester City, of course, getting the record for the most wins in a season. 4-1 versus West Ham United there. They've had an incredible season. Nobody can catch them. But, of course, Champions League, they couldn't do so well. But anyway, that's a roundup of the sport.
Well, one thing for sure, there was a good action-packed weekend, man. Well, a good action-packed weekend. Lots happening. Well, there we have it. Your sports roundup here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show for your Monday morning.
Well, from sporting action to taking a musical turn after the break, don't go anywhere. Go fill up those coffee cups because we'll take a look at the story behind Don Laka's music. And then, of course, Josh Wantie joins us in studio. He's ordering his coffee. Go fill up your coffee cup. We're going to get to know the man a little bit better after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Expresso. We still have Rudy Witkowski with us as we get into our local entertainment news.
Yeah, unfortunately, a sad reflection for a lot of us this morning, where 29-year-old Akumzi Jezile died on Saturday, along with 4 friends in a car accident. When the news broke, we find out about it. The accident did take place on the N6 near Queenstown early on Saturday morning, and also along with him, singer Siyasanga Gobese and actor Tobani Mseleni also passed away in the same accident. Now, of course, Akumzi was more known as being a Yo TV presenter and playing Tempi Pushas on SABC1, and Clara Nzima, head of bouquet at SABC1, the public broadcaster, remembers Jezile as an exceptional talent ahead of his time, and various celebs also took to Twitter to share their sorrow. He had a lot of friends. He was a really, really cool guy that he would always have this positive, great energy about him, and his talent knew no bounds. And as you can see with the outpouring of grief, we send our condolences and our prayers to the families of everyone who lost their lives in that accident.
And it was a big accident. I mean, I believe there were 5 lives lost, so our condolences certainly going out to each and everyone's family members, friends, fans, to all of them.
Absolutely. Well, let's quickly reflect on something to put a smile on our dials. Tropical Island of Treasure, Maldives. Yeah, look at Rudy, just like... Now, of course, the season has offered us drama, action, suspense, and a whole lot of smoothness. Now, with tonight's finale, we see Team Red and Team Yellow go head-to-head, so we're taking a quick look at their journeys. So let's start off first with Team Red, that was formed when Lizanne impressed singing heartthrob Brendan Paper by winning the first contestant challenges, and also by being at the top of the log when choosing time came. Brendan then surprised the entire island by choosing Lizanne. Nobody saw that coming. Am I right, Rudy?
Correct.
Nobody ever saw it coming. Yeah. And then over the next 10 episodes, we then saw Team Red pass through without landing in the bottom until they had to send home Team White in the last elimination. And that was, a rip snorter. Rip snorter, to say the least. But yeah, you can see they've been a very, very successful team indeed. With brains and brawn, this team is sure to put up a great fight for the prize money of that smooth 1 million rand. So be sure to tune into SABC3 tonight for the finale that will have you on the edge of your seat at 7:30 p.m. When you look at these pictures, Rudy, does it take you back?
Cat, my heart's pounding right now. I'm like feeling like I'm right there, especially this challenge.
Bro,
I could feel it.
when you were pulling, I mean, Nay was still digging.
Yeah.
Right? When Mbande had already had his second tropical taken. Did you think this is it for us?
I really thought that's it. Like, I think my facial expression says it all. I was down and out. I just thought, like, there's no way. But at the same time, that previous episode went back into my brain. I thought we can still pull this off.
Yeah. At the end, it was all Yebu, Team Yellow. That's a thing now. It's a thing. Anyway, so check out tonight, 7:30 SABC3 in the evening. Tropical Island of Treasure Season 8, the grand finale.
It's going to be very, very exciting, so make sure you tune in. Right now, though, we are focusing on one of South Africa's absolute greats. The new album by pianist, songwriter, arranger and producer Don Laka is titled Reflections. Now, it looks back on a career in which he has played with or even produced for the greatest names in South African and also world music. So here's that story in his very own words.
Mzansi is a country that has many music talents, but only a few can say that they have a career spanning over 4 decades or have helped shape a genre. I'm excited to meet one of the greats, an award-winning music icon in his own right, Don Laka, to chat to me a little bit more about the story and the soul behind his music.
Well, it's an incredible journey for anyone to work. It's a generation, I would say. It started for me in 1972. And I thought, when I started that within 25 years, I would take a break. And I realized when it got to almost another 25 years, making it nearly 50 years, Philip Tawan was my biggest role model. And, of course, was just not far from me. And the musicians that lived around that time. As I say, Philip Tamman was one of them, and Abdullah Ibrahim, Dollar Brand back then, listening to his music, and until when we discovered the music of people like Union of South Africa, Hugh Masekela and them, back then. So those are the people that really drove me into getting into music.
Alongside his own albums, Don has been an arranger for Sibongile Khumalo, produced for Ray Phiri and Sipho Mabuse, and that just begins to scratch the surface.
But Don, you've worked with a lot of South African greats, from Brenda Fassie to Mam Rebecca Malope and Yvonne Chaka Chaka, and of course the late Hugh Masekela. Who would you say was your favorite collaboration and why?
I always appreciate working with all those names and many other artists, but one has to have that one that says, when I get to this point, you have reached a different level. And that would have been always Hugh. He's the greatest South African export in the history of South African music. And I don't know, after Miriam Makeba and Hugh and Abdullah Ibrahim, if we have any other person as huge as that. And the impact of Hugh on the international stage. And I'm glad to say that I, have contributed towards his last few years in the, I call it the second phase of Hugh, with the albums that I have produced and worked on, and visioned his new sound with the Black to the Future and 60, and the other last albums that we did together, and the one that actually got us a Grammy nomination, Jabulani. I didn't expect that, because the album was recorded almost 8 months before, and I thought nothing would happen, and suddenly we get in the mailbox that we've been nominated.
Don's career in jazz, mpaqanga and fusion has seen several of his albums and collaborations go gold and platinum. He won the SAMA Lifetime Achievement Award in 2017, and he continues to be a wellspring of fresh music.
My new album, Reflections, which reflecting on my career, I've worked with all the young ones that I wanted to work with, from your MT to Maporisa, you name them, Kelly Khumalo, they're on this album. I would say, going forward, any artist that will be coming out there, will be a target for me to work with.
And lastly, for young up-and-coming musicians who want to get into the music industry, what advice do you have for them?
Music is very wide. If you really want to get into the commercial side, it's a complete different world. And the longevity is not that guaranteed, but if you really want to become a musician, go study music. It is important that you can sit and analyze things and analyze the trends and be innovative in a certain way. But if you're going to look at what is happening and want to plug in into what's happening now, it can become a person of the moment and then you disappear.
Not for this maestro. He's currently touring Southern Africa with mpaqanga Kings, the Soul Brothers, until October, and from there, it's wherever the music takes him.
So this is why you shouldn't sleep in, even if it's a public holiday. Take a look at the moon outside right now, if you're anywhere near your window. It's amazing. It's just blowing our minds. Full moon, looking beautiful. How's that, eh? Huh? Okay, all right. On that note, let's play a game, shall we? Well, in today's fast-paced society, you don't have much time to think and to make a first impression, so we've found the perfect way to get to know our performers. And the first of which, Josh Wantie joins us this morning to play a game called Rapid Fire. He's never done this before, he's nervous, and I like it because he's going to have 60 seconds to work through as many questions as possible. The more questions he gets, the more, I guess, naughty badges and points you get. Josh, that's it. I'm going to be asking you quick fire questions, and then afterwards we'll talk properly. 3, 2, 1, here we go. If you had a time machine, where would you travel to, the past or the future?
Past.
Beach?
1980s.
Oh, beach getaway or wild retreat?
Beach every time.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla.
Oh, summer or winter?
Oof, summer.
Toilet roll over or under?
What?
Toilet roll
Under.
over. That's weird. Pineapple or pizza?
Yes.
Pineapple on a pizza
course,
or no? Okay.
Of course.
Movies or books?
Movies.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Last album you bought? Next. Favorite color?
Blue.
Morning person or night owl?
Night owl.
Favorite word?
Oh. Kif.
Fruits or vegetables?
Veg.
Cats or dogs?
Cats.
Bacon or Nutella?
Bacon.
Who's the last person you texted?
Rob, my drummer.
Favorite sport?
It's football.
Twitter or Instagram?
Instagram.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Most used emoji?
This one.
That was very good, bro. So in 60 seconds, you skipped one. So 19 rapid fire questions.
Out of 20.
That's a quick thinking mind right there, dude. But let's talk about what you're currently doing. One More Night is doing very, very well for you. Very successful song. What do you think it is about this particular hit that's making people go wild?
It was a cool, the guys I worked with, Wax Beach, the producer duo I worked out of Cape Town, they just came with a cool vibe, a cool sounding beat, I guess, and that was a nice foundation for me to work on the track. So I think that's got a lot to do with it,
You also told me that you're going to be making tracks moving to London pretty soon.
Well, yeah, pending...
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I went last year, October, great place, just something different. Looking for a new flavour, a new vibe. I dig being on the ground, doing new things in new places. So,
have you already had a bit of a feeler for what people think about your music there?
Yes. So I went on tour. I did a tour of the UK last year. So I did like most of England, North England. I did the East and the West, and then I went and obviously played in London. And yeah, it was a cool vibe, very interesting, very different, obviously to home. And a lot of it I just enjoyed, and I thought it's just time for something different. Obviously going to still be in Cape Town, probably 4 months of the year, summer obviously.
Excellent. Well, we're wishing you all of the best, man, and can't wait to hear your music on this Monday morning. Also, ladies, just for you, the man was nominated one of Cosmo's sexiest men, so we're going to give you a quick 5-second still shot on camera to smile there. Take that picture and put that on your Twitter timeline. #MCM. #thank you.
But you have to put it on your Instagram. The man just said he loves Instagram. Well, listen, now that we've gotten to know Josh Wantie a little bit better, and can I say he's a cat man? Super cool.
He's a cat man.
He's performing for us after the break.
Absolutely,
Don't go
looking
anywhere.
forward to that. And then we're also going to give you an official sneak peek of tonight's Tropical Island of Treasure finale in the Maldives. Don't miss that. Absolutely, after the break.
To nothing.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yeah, it's a Monday. Happy Monday. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We've got some stories to put a smile on your dial. That's why I'm all here. Some random things we've stumbled across on social media. What do we have, guys?
Well, listen, we're going to start off with Kate Middleton. I mean, she just gave birth to the fifth one in line, Prince Louis. And what the internet is doing is they are comparing Kate Middleton to reality. They say she's not reality. So she's just given birth. Of course, she had to come and present the baby. And people are saying, Kate Middleton versus me hours after giving birth. How does she look so good? My goodness, guys, she did that after each baby where she had to step outside and show The newborn to the world.
to handle.
I'm
No, but I can
ashamed.
understand. I mean, she stepped out of that hospital looking absolutely flawless.
And this was literally hours, right?
7 hours. after
7
giving
hours
birth.
after giving birth.
Do you think it's like some kind of, well, because it's royal duty, right? So, like, she knows the queen expects it of her, the nation expects
I'm
it
sure
of her.
the
So, like,
pressure
you
is
have
alright.
no choice.
Yeah, you have to look
guys,
good.
In her defense, she had a makeup artist. She probably had a hairstylist. She had someone pick out her outfit for her. Whereas the lady on the
Zoe.
right didn't have
No,
any
in
of that.
her defense,
Zoe,
she just had a child.
she just
got
had a
all right to
child.
just remain in bed.
You can't
It's
know.
amazing what makeup can hide.
What are you saying, Zoe?
Guys, if I didn't have makeup
What
on, you
are-
guys would get scared. I'd be scared first thing in the morning.
Yeah, no, I know. More
moving on
props,
swiftly.
more props to Kate. Though.
Yeah, no,
Respect.
Beautiful, beautiful. Listen, let's move over to some dads over here, right? We know that a lot of parents post videos and funny things on social media, right? But this one dad literally takes to Twitter and he writes about it. Okay, he's a dad of 4 girls. He's got a Twitter account named Exploding Unicorn, all right? And this is some of the things that had the internet going absolutely viral.
Me, what did you do at school today? 5-year-old learned,
learned
about,
about
dragons.
dragons.
Your class learned about dragons?
I learned about dragons. I don't know what everybody else is doing.
There's another one. Okay, I'll be
You'll
I'll
be
be
the
I'll be
5-year-old.
dad. I'll be
Okay.
Okay.
Why can't dogs go to school?
Dogs are animals.
They let in boys.
Yo. Okay, here's another one.
6-year-old fast forwards all the way through a movie.
You can't just skip the happy ending to the
I
happy
don't
ending.
have time for problems.
Wow.
Give us one more. Give us one more.
I think that's
Come on,
it. You
come
have
on.
to follow James.
Okay, I'm gonna follow him. Let's follow him. Anyway,
Exploding unicorn.
we like pugs, don't we, guys?
We do like pugs.
This is why we like them, especially sleepy pugs. They tend to be very, very cute.
Okay.
So this, because they let their owners do whatever. Like, they just sleep so hard. So this is Pugs Will Rock You. If you can hear it.
Look how sleepy
Buddy,
that
you're
one
a
is.
pug, make a big noise. Wow. Wow. Hey, people have time, eh?
Hey, guys.
That's
Energy.
funny, random.
Yeah, I told you. That's exactly what we have.
Interesting.
It is.
Yeah.
Let us know which hashtag videos or stories have caught your attention online this morning. Share your thoughts with us on Facebook and on Twitter using hashtag Expresso Show. I'm gonna share a video right now on my Twitter feed, and I'll show it to you now. Like, that had me in stitches last night. Like,
Oh, really?
I died.
All right.
Anyway, it's time for some music right now. Are you guys ready for some music?
We're ready for music. Yes.
And this morning, a dude who's currently topping radio charts with his latest hit, and now he's here to perform for us. You saw him earlier on Josh Wantie, and here he is performing New Horizons.
Thought I could dream, but the day would never come. Was holding on to nothing. Thought it was cool when we were back where we begun. But it's never gonna be too late to find new horizons and new horizons and be flying, oh, you be flying. Take my hand and show me all the dreams will lead us home, calling us to new horizons. Take my hand and show me closer than I think we know, chasing after new horizons. I feel like it's calling, but we don't know how to run. We'll figure this out. Bags packed by the doorway, waiting for morning. We'll be leaving at the first light, leaving all this behind. Horizons and new horizons and be flying, oh, you be flying. Take my hand and show me all your dreams will lead us home, calling us to new horizons. Take my hand and show me closer than I think we know, chasing after new horizons.
Josh Wantie on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Thank you very much for the music, man. Much appreciated. We'll have more from him a bit later on. In the meantime, link up with us on our social media platforms and let us know what you thought about that performance of New Horizons.
Thank you so much, Kat. It's exactly 7 o'clock right now. Let's get an update into your news this morning. In your National News, Arts and Culture Minister Nathi Mthethwa yesterday said that a road accident had robbed the nation of 3 of its most versatile and glittering stars. He was reacting to the deaths of actor, TV presenter and producer Akumzi Jazile, actor Tobani Msleni and actor and singer Siyasanga Kobese, who were killed in a car crash near Queenstown on Saturday. He said the nation has been dealt a triple blow, and another celebrity, former Golden Arrows and Orlando Pirates soccer star Becca Pakati, also died in a car accident during the weekend. Then the first ever India-South Africa Business Summit kicked off at the Sandton Convention Centre in Johannesburg last night with a gala dinner and continues today with both closed-door and plenary sessions. The summit aims to strengthen trade and investment ties between South Africa and India. Some of India's top chief executive officers and South Africa's Minister of Trade and Industry, Dr. Rob Davies, and the Minister of Public Enterprises, Pravin Gordhan, are attending the summit. In your international news, Australia's Great Barrier Reef will receive $379 million in new funding to restore water quality and protect the coral from starfish attacks, government ministers announced yesterday. The Great Barrier Reef, which can be seen from space, covers 348,000 square kilometers and was World Heritage listed in 1981 as the most spectacular coral reef on the planet. A major outbreak of coral-eating crown-of-thorns starfish has been destroying areas of the reef, prompting a major cull in January. And lastly, Eleanor Johnson Sirleaf, the former president of Liberia, was officially awarded the 2017 Ibrahim Prize for Achievement in African Leadership on Saturday evening during a special leadership ceremony in Kigali, Rwanda. Sirleaf said she was honored to be a recipient of the coveted prize and received it on behalf of the many women and men who helped to navigate the profound complexities of the post-conflict country that is Liberia. She is the first woman to receive the $5 million award, paid over 10 years, and $200,000 annually for life thereafter. As we relieve your news headlines, we'll bring you those headlines in half an hour's time.
Well, over to the sporting headlines. Now, with the flair that kept them in front this season, Mamelodi Sundowns earned an 8th PSL title with a 3-1 win over embattled Ajax Cape Town on Saturday. On the score list, Biliat, Nascimento and Vilagazi rounded off a stellar season for the Brazilians and secured the 2018 crown with one more game to spare. For Ajax, the focus now shifts to preventing a league exit with victory over Kaizer Chiefs on the final day of the season, while fellow relegation contenders Baroka FC and SuperSport United do battle. Staying with football, Arsene Wenger's final battle against Man United at the helm of Arsenal had the air of a season finale, with Old Trafford foe Sir Alex Ferguson even paying tribute. But that's all the Gunners would take, as a Fergie 5 extra time goal by Marwan Fellaini would give new nemesis Jose Mourinho the bragging rights with a 2-1 win at the Theatre of Dreams. Elsewhere, champions Manchester City equalled the league's season record for the most wins with a 4-1 victory at West Ham, and the relegation battle remains alive at the bottom of the table. Now, with the Blitzboks relinquishing their lead in the World 7 Series to Singapore champions Fiji, the SA franchises also battled in Super Rugby this weekend. Despite the positive start provided by both the rain and a much-needed 34-18 win from the Stormers over the Rebels in Cape Town, a spirited Reds pulled off one of the upsets of the season, beating the Touring Lions 27-22 in Brisbane, before a penalty after the final hooter saw the visiting Highlanders clinch a nail-biting 29-28 victory over the Bulls at Loftus. And finally, the Baku circuit stole the show yet again with a major turn of fortunes for Lewis Hamilton, who won a chaotic Azerbaijan Grand Prix. After last year's winner Daniel Ricciardo collided with teammate Max Verstappen to end Red Bull's challenge, a puncture to race leader Valtteri Bottas gifted his teammate, defending champion Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes, their first win of the season. Despite starting on pole, failed tactics saw Ferrari's Sebastian Vettel finish in 4th, now 4 points adrift in the drivers' standings. And that is a recap of all the sporting highlights.
Now, the price of petrol is set to increase by 49 cents per litre on Wednesday, the 2nd of May. And this is due to the rand-dollar exchange rate. That's where we leave your traffic for now. I'll have more for you in half an hour.
Look around. Life is beautiful. The Hyundai Tucson.
Thank you so much, Zoe. Let's quickly take a look at your weather and your temperatures for your Monday morning. And it looks like temperatures are set to reach the highs in the early 20s over the western and the eastern Cape. However, for the northeast and also up the west coast, warmer temperatures can be felt on your Monday. Your temperatures, Polokwane on 12 minimum, reaching a high of 27 degrees. Mbombela 16, 27. Pretoria 13 minimum this morning and a maximum of 25 degrees. Johannesburg 11, 23. Mahikeng 11, 26. Klerksdorp starting off on 13, reaching a high of 26 degrees. Kimberley 14, 25, and some thunder showers expected. A couple of thunder showers for Bloemfontein as well, forecast 9 minimum with a maximum of 22. Richards Bay 18, 24. Pietermaritzburg 11, 21. Durban, some scattered showers expected across your Monday, 19 minimum and a mild maximum of 24 degrees. Mthatha 7, 20. East London 14, 22. Cradock starting off on a cold 4 degrees minimum, warming up to 22 degrees. Port Elizabeth 12, 21. George 5 minimum with the maximum 21 degrees as well. Sutherland 5, 21. Cape Town 11, 22. Worcester 8, 25. Springbok 12, 27. And Uppington starting off on 16 minimum, reaching a maximum of 30 degrees Celsius. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for the 7 o'clock bulletin. We'll get into it again in half an hour's time.
Dumela, if you've just joined in. Now, if you are from the blue part of Manchester or you're a fan of that particular club, you know why there are celebrations all round. Records, records, and records. Manchester City right now equaling a club record, 102 goals in a single league campaign. What a successful season they've had. And of course, this after clinching the title as well with games and games to spare. Pep Guardiola and the boys have really done all the things that needed to be done. Manchester City, as you can see, their account on Twitter, tweeting up a storm with hashtag Man City, now also a big trend. Manchester City have now scored 102 Premier League goals in 35 matches this season, the quickest, and England's side have reached this milestone in a single Premier League campaign. So congratulations to them, and we look forward to seeing what the relegation battle will turn out like at the bottom of the table. Do share your stories with us on social media, and of course use our hashtag Expresso Show.
All right, well, we're going to be taking a very quick moment in between. Go out there, go recharge your coffee cup, your tea, your hot chocolate, whatever gets you going on your Monday morning. When we come back, it's all about moms. We know that moms are super, super busy. They are superwomen indeed. But we're going to help you out with how to follow a healthy diet to keep the energy levels up.
That's right. And TIOT 8, it is the finale tonight. We'll bring you some recaps and everything that you do not want to miss out ahead of the finale tonight. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you after the break.
Get a taste of the smooth island life and win big with Tropica Island of Treasure Maldives. Buy a Tropica, follow the entry details on the pack, and you could win daily airtime prizes, Daniel Klein watches, American Tourista luggage for your next adventure, vouchers from loot.co.za to shop the hot daily deals online, and the grand prize of a Kia Picanto. For competition T's and C's, visit tropica.co.za. And don't forget to watch Tropica Island of Treasure Maldives every Monday at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3.
very good morning. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso on SABC3. And it's time for your Monday Tech Digest with our tech expert, Brian Smith. And today we're looking at 3 new sustainable technologies that could shape our world in years to come. Last week we were taking a look at flops. These are the hopefuls, Brian. The successes that we hope will take us into the future. Of course, solar energy is very well known. I mean, it's a renewable energy that I think the whole world is trying to cultivate in some kind of sustainable way. But something about molten salt storage that could help expand renewable energy. Tell me more about that.
Definitely. So, as you said, solar energy is, I think, what we'll be pivoting towards more in the future to power our electricity grids.
Yeah.
However, there are 2 problems with solar energy, namely that sunlight doesn't occur around the clock, and different regions around the world don't get the same quantity of sunlight. So, an interesting solution to this in recent years has been the development of molten salt, which, put simply, as its name implies, superheated salt, which is really great at retaining heat energy. So solar energy can heat up molten salt, which can retain its heat, and then solar plants can then use molten salt to disperse heat energy, power steam turbines, and then release that same solar energy at a later date, let's say at night.
Wow. Okay, brilliant stuff. So the combination of the 2 could actually work very well. Now we heard this morning that already the price of petrol is going to be going up. So all of us as South Africans know very, very well what that is like on our pockets. But biofuels could help power our vehicles.
Definitely. What researchers are looking into is changing the process of fuel from a geographic process. What that essentially means is that harvesting petrol, diesel is a geographic process which involves mining and drilling, naturally. Biofuels essentially involve a biological process wherein researchers are looking to see how they can leverage the decomposition of biological matter, the fermentation of alcohol, for example, to power our vehicles and perhaps even electricity in plants itself.
Yeah.
And increasingly, that's what we may use in the production of bioethanol to power our vehicles in the future.
Yeah. Now, if biofuels can't help, the molten salt storage doesn't help, we still have hope in wastewater electricity.
Definitely, and this has a dual application which is really fascinating, given that most where water is involved, water typically creates electricity through hydroelectric power plants. However, biofuels and then wastewater electricity could develop a really interesting application, given that wastewater electricity is reliant on very tiny microorganisms that can generate electricity. And we may turn to that not only to purify water itself, but also to power our electricity grids.
Wow, that's incredible. So what other things do you think, or phenomenon do we have to look forward to in terms of sustainable development that could shape our future?
Definitely a niche topic, but I think one that's gaining popularity. Our researchers are increasingly looking into developing autonomous fleets, drones at sea, that could harvest plastic in our oceans that are polluting very sensitive ecologies at sea.
Wow.
And that could have a really great implication that we could gather that plastic and then reuse it at a later stage for the consumer products industry, but also in construction for infrastructure and housing.
Wow, brilliant news. Exciting news in the world of technology, especially in terms of energy. So maybe if you're an entrepreneur out there, you might want to start thinking about ideas to get something out of that. Well, thank you very much, Brian. Always appreciated. And of course, for the latest in the world of technology, please visit our website, expressoshow.com.
So here's the truth, all moms can relate. Having enough time in the morning to have a healthy breakfast often takes second place to your kids' needs. Now the good news is that Jungle has a delicious and healthy muesli range which is made from the 8th natural wonder Jungle Oats. Now Jungle muesli is high in energy, it's high in fiber and also low in sodium to help you kickstart your day. But here to give some more advice to busy moms is occupational therapist and author Meg Foray. Meg, lovely, welcome back, nice to see you again.
Lovely to see you.
Glad to be focusing on the moms here. Because, you know, I'm never at home in the mornings. My wife takes care of the kids. She's there, and I know what a mad rush it is. But let's quickly talk about that. What are some of the common mistakes that moms make when it comes to their diets? Take a look at the busy lifestyles.
Yeah, so we always put ourselves second as a mum, so we really don't take care of our diets. We'll think about our kids' diets very carefully, and then we'll grab something on the go. So many mums skip breakfast.
Look, it's admirable, because you want to put your kids' needs first,
Absolutely,
right?
yeah. And in the process, you completely lose yourself.
Yes.
And so what ends up happening is they miss breakfast generally. They then take a couple of cups of cappuccino or coffees through the day and fill up on that. They might have a rushed lunch and then eat a huge amount for supper in order to kind of compensate because they're starving. And that really is a very poor diet, and it happens because our days are just so busy. So those are the type of errors that mums make when it comes to daily diets.
So what advice could you give to busy moms out there to really just try and steal a little bit of time for themselves to make sure that they just focus on what they eat, to make sure that they are healthier?
Yeah, so a couple of things. I mean, making lunchboxes takes time in the morning. So a quick fix would be to help either get your kids to make the lunchboxes themselves if they're old enough, or to actually do the lunchboxes the night before, because that buys you 5 to 10 minutes in the morning when you can actually have breakfast. Also getting up a little bit earlier, and that's really hard if you're a sleep-deprived mother of little ones, but go to bed earlier then and make sure that you are able to get up early in the morning, because that rush time of the day is a time of day when you actually need to prepare A, your breakfast, but B, also your snacks for the day. So quite a nice little tip is to cut up a whole lot of cucumbers and celeries and carrots and put them in a Tupperware on a Sunday evening. Put a little bit of lemon juice over them so that they stay nice and fresh for a couple of days, and grab a little lunchbox of that for your morning and afternoon snacks every day so that you're prepared ahead of time.
It really is all about planning. You know, when it comes to busy lifestyles, if you get into that routine, it does benefit you so much.
Absolutely. I mean, Sundays are a good time to actually do that. So a good idea is to cook up 2 meals on a Sunday. So let's say you're going to be making chicken, make a double batch of chicken, and you can use one for chicken a la king and another one for a pie during the week. And so actually doubling up on meals. If you've got little ones and you're still preparing weaning foods, make them and pop them in the freezer, because you can just pop them out and use them in the evenings as well. So it's really important to plan ahead.
Let's talk about calories here now. If we take a look at the daily requirements for a busy mom, how much calories are we talking, and what would a kind of a meal structure look like to stay healthy for a day?
Yeah, I don't like to talk calories. I don't think it's a healthy way to eat. I don't think counting calories helps anyone. And also the guidelines are so different from men to women.
People differ,
People are different. So I don't look at calories so much, but definitely getting a varied diet is very important. Kickstarting the day with a good breakfast. An idea for a good breakfast is having something like an oats porridge with some chia seeds and some blueberries. So you're covering all of the bases there, making sure that you get your 2 snacks in between your meals during the day, so that you don't end up at the next meal starving and going in for processed carbs and high processed fat foods. Rather, if you sustain your energy throughout the day, you're less likely to binge eat. And then having a good lunch and a smaller supper. And if you kind of stage your meals like that, you probably will be taking the right amount of calories. Another idea is to use a smaller plate so that you're not kind of taking more than you are actually wanting to consume. So a little bit of portion size management can be helpful, particularly if you're wanting to lose weight. But at the end of the day, having a varied diet of lunch, supper and breakfast and then 2 snacks, that's the way to go.
And I like the fact that you're highlighting whole foods, you know, which I don't think we get as humans enough nowadays as well. So last words of advice for our busy moms out there to really try and stick to a healthy eating plan. What would be your top tips?
Yeah, so it would definitely be drinking quite a bit of water during the day. And one of the things I do is actually fill up bottles of water in the fridge, glass bottles in the fridge, so that if I'm running out to go and do a school lift, I grab one of those. I know I'm getting my water in that way. I'm definitely preparing the snacks ahead of time, as I mentioned, and making sure you do prioritize breakfast. And I think if you get those 3 things right, the other things will kind of fall into place, because you're not going to be binge eating on fatty processed foods the rest of the time.
That's it. Meg, thank you very, very much for joining us. That's a whole lot of information right there. And all I can say is to the busy moms out there, good luck. You have got this. You can do it. But it really is good to know that if you stick to a plan and make healthy eating and snacking part of your daily routine, you'll be well on your way to living not only a busy life, but one that is healthy and filled with all the feel-good nutrients to keep you going.
South Africa's original oat champion now has a range of nutritious, delicious muesli. New Jungle Muesli, available in an exciting variety of flavors.
We are back for round 2 on this Monday morning with Rudy Witkowski. As we get into an ab workout, Rudy, you've got your own at-home program. It's a 6-week program called
that's
Easy
correct,
Abs.
That's correct.
Okay.
So the workout, basically, because you're at home, a lot of people cannot get to gym, and especially myself, like after traveling so long, I struggle to find time to gym. And so I thought, you know what, it's a nice, easy 28-minute workout you can do at home.
Okay, cool. So you're going to show us a little bit of a snippet of what you do. And you love the plank, because the first time around we did a lot of planking, and now we're going to continue with the planking.
Exactly, because as winter's approaching, you know those love handles are a bit difficult to get rid of, and it's not going to get any easier. But we're going to get back into the plank position, and we're just going to twist right, left.
Okay, I've got a nice little hip click.
Keeping that core tight and engaged. Twist, twist for 3, 2, 1. And now we're just going to spider, and you're going to bring your right leg forward and alternating sides. Working those love handles, prepping yourself for winter.
There we go.
3, 2, 1. How are you feeling, Zoe?
Feeling it, feeling it. Okay.
Love handles gone yet?
Need a bit more than that.
Now we're just going to change it up a bit. You're going to go to a side plank.
Okay.
Everyone knows the side plank. However, you're going to be using your right leg. Just shift it to the right and back. Just isolating those oblique muscles. You can really feel the difference just by simply
moving the
your
leg around, yeah.
For 3, 2, 1, and we're going to change other side.
Okay.
3.
Same motion where you kick the
when
leg
you do to
back.
the left, you do to the right.
Oh, we just kicked each other, okay.
In 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
How are you feeling?
Feeling good. I love that these are workouts you can do at home.
Yeah.
Uses your own body weight. Where can people get a hold of your programs? Because you say it's a 6-week program,
Exactly.
28 minutes.
Exactly. So it will be launching about in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
And you can basically email me, and I will be emailing the program to you. It's all via WeTransfer or Dropbox. And boom, you can start working out.
But you've obviously tested it out yourself.
Exactly,
I feel like you need to sell your product a little bit more to the people. Show people what they're working for. Ladies, check it out. Hashtag Man Crush Monday. There we go. Listen, unbelievable. Rudy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All the best for tonight.
Thanks, Zoe. Well
As
done.
you know, the tropical island of treasure, Maldives season finale, it is tonight. It is Team Red and Team Yellow up for that 1 million rand. Do not miss any of the actions taking place at 7:30 tonight on SABC3, where the stage is yours.
Yeah, absolutely. It is the season finale of Tropical Island of Treasure Maldives tonight, and one team's life is about to change forever. So, Brendan and Lizanne of Team Red and Nay and Rudy of Team Yellow are going head-to-head in a puzzling treasure hunt of epic proportions. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Absolutely, take a look at this.
Tonight, in the season finale of Tropical Island of Treasure Maldives, it's the ultimate treasure hunt for 1 million rand.
Get the clue, dash off.
Nay, help me out. Look for it. Help me look for it. Cannot find it. And I'm running back and forth.
Are you sure this is not?
My brain has never worked this hard before in my life.
Better bring your A game because Team Yellow is coming for you.
I'm not expecting it to be easy at all.
It's the season finale, tonight at 7:30 on SABC3. The stage is yours.
Yeah, it is the smoothest adventure yet, and you cannot miss it. So, tonight, set up those alarms. The finale at 7:30 p.m. right here on SABC3. And also, don't forget that you also stand a chance of winning when you buy Tropica and you follow the entry details on the bottle, because you could stand a chance of winning loot.co.za vouchers to shop online. There's American Tourista luggage, Daniel Klein watches, airtime, or the grand prize of a Kia Picanto. All the T's and C's can be found on tropica.co.za.
Buy a Tropica, follow the entry details on the pack, and you could win the grand prize of a Kia Picanto. For competition T's and C's, visit tropica.co.za.
Well, stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show. When we come back, we find out more about the magic behind the Mentalist and how Kylie Jenner is just completely setting different levels of bars for like being a girlfriend. She rented out an amusement park for her boyfriend, like an entire amusement park. Why? Why? Dr. Srinivasa, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Just testing out the line to make sure it's nice and clear. We'll be speaking to you in about 20 seconds.
Sure.
Thank you.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Very good morning, happy Monday, and welcome back to the show. Now, taking place today in Sandton is one of the most important business events of the year, the India-South Africa Business Summit, which seeks to maximize the potential of economic and commercial partnership between the two countries, and it's hosted by the High Commission of India in partnership with India's Ministry of Trade and Commerce and South Africa's Department of Trade and Industry. Now, joining us on the line is the Consul of India in Johannesburg, Dr. KJ Srinivasa. Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Good morning. Thank you for getting me on the show.
Give us a bit more of a background about the business summit that's taking place today and its particular significance.
You know, the first ever India-South Africa Business Summit, which we believe will be a harbinger of good things to come in the bilateral relations. This particular summit has been conceptualized keeping in view that India and South Africa have been friends, old friends, I must say, for over 200 years. We have had the presence of Indians in South Africa for a long time. At the same time, we have had deep historical relations between the two countries. You know, when Mahatma Gandhi came to South Africa, he was just a young lawyer, but South Africa made him what he became. It gave him the experimental ground where he could actually experiment on his struggle against inequality, injustice, and that helped to liberate India and then many other countries who followed in his footsteps. At the same time, we want to leverage this historical connectivity between these two countries to promote business and commercial relations between these two countries. So we conceptualize this whole summit on this basis, and we want to promote the excellent possibilities that exist in various sectors between these two countries. So that's the reason we are doing this summit.
Now, when focusing on the tagline for this year's summit, it says, united by legacy, unified for prosperity. Certainly a lot of strength in that. But what is the underlying message behind the tagline and the significance between the partnership of our two countries?
Thank you for asking that question. United by legacy, as I was just explaining, this deep historical and cultural connect between these two countries is what we try to signify with that tagline. But unified for prosperity, you know, in this globalized world, we need to actually work together at various levels to bring about prosperity for both the countries. You know, India and South Africa both are developing countries. We have the same challenges and the same opportunities. But there are some differences in various sectors. For example, in the healthcare and pharma, India is a very advanced nation in technology. We can share the technology with South Africa. And at the same time, in mining and agriculture, South Africa is supposed to be better than us. So we can actually interchange those technologies between the two countries. We want to unify these countries with respect to investors, with respect to technologies, with respect to sharing of all important sectors, technologies, and expertise. For example, India, with the new Indian Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, he has started a skill development program which aims to skill many sectors in India so that we have people suitable for their jobs. I believe there is a big necessity for skilling people in South Africa, and we deem that as a big opportunity where we can share our expertise. Yesterday, both Minister Rob Davis and our Indian Commerce Minister, Mr. Suresh Prabhu, commented on the same thing, that we need to share this particular aspect of skilling, especially, and that's where we mean that we have to unify both the countries in these respects, and only then we can achieve prosperity.
Oh, thank you so much, Dr. Srinivasa, for joining us on the line. We look forward to great news coming from the Business Summit and continuing to be united in legacy and unified for prosperity. Of course, two countries that have a rich history together, South Africa and India, with more than 130 Indian companies operating in our country, employing some 18,000 South Africans. There's so much for us to work towards and so much prosperity to be enjoyed in the future. So that summit will be taking place today for the duration of the entire day at the Sandton Convention Centre.
Thank you so much, Kat. Let's quickly take a look at your news headlines on your Monday morning in your national news. Arts and Culture Minister Nathi Mthethwa yesterday said that a road accident had robbed the nation of 3 of its most versatile and glittering stars, Akumzi Jazile, actor Tabani Msaleni, and actor-singer Siyasanga Kobese. And the first ever India-South Africa Business Summit kicked off at the Sandton Convention Centre in Johannesburg last night with a gala dinner and continues today with both closed door and plenary sessions. In your international headlines, Australia's Great Barrier Reef will receive $379 million in new funding to restore water quality and protect the coral from starfish attacks. The Great Barrier Reef, which can be seen from space, covers 348,000 square kilometres. And Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the former president of Liberia, was officially awarded the 2017 Ibrahim Prize for Achievement in African Leadership on Saturday evening during a special leadership ceremony in Kigali, Rwanda. As we leave your news headlines, we'll have you a full bulletin at the top of the hour.
Let's begin by taking a look at the sporting headlines from the past weekend. With the flair that kept them in front this season, Mamelodi Sundowns earned an 8th PSL title with a 3-1 win over embattled Ajax Cape Town on Saturday. Staying with football, Arsene Wenger's final battle against Manchester United at the helm of Arsenal had the air of a season finale, with old foe Sir Alex Ferguson even paying tribute. Elsewhere, champions Manchester City equalled the league season record for the most wins with a 4-1 victory at West Ham, and the relegation battle remains alive at the bottom of the table. Now, despite the positive start provided by both the rainfall and a much-needed 34-18 win for the Stormers over the Rebels in Cape Town, a spirited Reds team beat the touring Lions 27-22 in Brisbane before a penalty after the final hooter saw the visiting Highlanders clinch a nail-biting 28-29 victory over the Bulls at Loftus. And finally, the Baku circuit stole the show yet again with a major turn of events for Lewis Hamilton, who won a chaotic Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Despite starting on pole, failed tactics saw Ferrari Sebastian Vettel finish in 4th and now 4 points adrift in the drivers' standings. And that's a recap of all the major sporting events of the weekend.
Not much to report on in terms of your traffic. However, just a reminder that the petrol price is set to increase by 49 cents per litre. That's on Wednesday, the 2nd of May. And this is due to the Rand-dollar exchange. And it seems like many have taken an extra long weekend, so there aren't any delays on any of the major routes. But that's where we leave your traffic for now.
Zoe, yep, go fill up those tanks, 49 cents a litre. Ouch. All right, let's get into your weather and your temperatures very quickly. Temperatures are set to reach the high of early 20s over the western and also the eastern Cape. However, over in the northeast and also up the west coast, warmer temperatures can be felt. Your temperatures, Polokwane 12 a minimum with a maximum 27 degrees. Mbombela 16.27. Pretoria 13.25. Johannesburg 11.23. Mahikeng 11.26. Klerksdorp 13.26, Kimberley 14.25, and some thunder showers expected. A couple of thunder showers expected for Bloemfontein as well, starting off on 9 minimum with a maximum 22. Richards Bay 18.24, Pietermaritzburg 11.21. Durban can expect some scattered showers today, 19 minimum with a mild maximum of 24 degrees. Mthatha 7.20, East London 14.22. Cradock starting off on a cold 4 degrees minimum, reaching a warmer 22 degrees. Port Elizabeth at 12.21, George 5.21, Sutherland also on 5 minimum, reaching a high of 21 degrees. Cape Town 11.22, Worcester 8.25, Springbok 12.27, and Uppington on 16 minimum, reaching a maximum of 30 degrees Celsius. That's a wrap of your weather. I'll have another update for you just after 8.
All right, now this morning we have the super talented and very popular South African mentalist in studio, Mr. Larry Soffer. Now, he's always dreamed of becoming an international star and fascinating people in the realm of magic and mentalism. And he was inspired by the artistry and charisma of showman extraordinaire, David Copperfield. And he enrolled at the College of Magic in Cape Town at the tender age of 13 years old. Larry, great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
So I was thinking that, you know, because you're a mentalist, you read minds, so I don't even have to ask you the questions because you know it already.
Of course.
I'm joking.
But I knew you were going to say that too.
Is it possible for anybody to become a mentalist, or is it something of a natural gift?
It's a bit of both, actually.
Yeah.
So it's something that I was born with and something that I've nurtured as my life has progressed. But yeah, like I say, it's a bit of both. I think anybody can achieve anything that they want to if they really believe in it.
Absolutely.
To answer that question, yeah.
So where did the magic start for you? Where did that moment arrive where you thought, this is what I want to do, this is what I'm passionate about? And also, what kind of training does one have to go into to be a mentalist?
So from the age of 4, I believed I had healing abilities.
Wow.
So I believed I could actually take away people's pain by touching them or by putting my hands over them. I don't heal anymore. That's not what I do for a living. I go around to corporate events and private parties and entertain.
Those people need a lot of healing.
Yeah, well, I entertain and inspire people for a living, so that's very, very cool. You know? Get to make people happy, get to inspire them to believe that anything is possible. So from the age of 4, I got my first magic set from my grandparents, and I also saw Copperfield on TV from that age. So I was really inspired to become the world's greatest magician. From the age of 18, I got more into mentalism. So what you'll see me do here today, I actually do over the radio. So I make your spoons and forks spin in your home across the telephone, while you're at home and I'm in the radio station.
Oh, you're going to do that? Okay.
Well, I'll show you some other stuff. I'll show you some mentalism here today, but I won't show you that before. I know we've done that on the show before, but that is what I do over the radio. Make people's light bulbs burst, their TV switch on. Weird things happen, man.
I cannot wait. Amazing. All right, stay tuned for more Larry Soffer a little bit later on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Trust me, you do not want to go anywhere because that's coming up after the break. We're going to be hanging out with Larry Soffer a bit more. And then, of course, also bring you some international entertainment news. This time, Kylie Jenner pulling out the stops for her baby daddy. But we're bringing you all of those details after the break.
All right, here we go, party people. Let's go. Say 1, 2, 3, party on now. I'm free, I'm chainless. And I'm frameless.
If you love Smooth Fame by myself, Katlagomaboe, then download the song now on iTunes or Google Play. All the proceeds from downloads will be donated to Choc South Africa. Remember to catch me as the host of Tropica Island of Treasure Maldives, where I give the contestants a chance at Smooth Fame, Mondays at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3. The stage is yours.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso. Now, time for us to get into our international entertainment news. Rudy from Tropica Island of Treasure, he's still hanging out with us after giving us that amazing ab workout. I'm going to go look in the mirror tonight to see if I've got a six-pack.
Too much. Does it work that quickly?
No, it does not. Trust me.
Anyway, yes.
6 weeks.
Reflecting on some international entertainment news, Kylie Jenner has now set the bar for, like, I don't know, girlfriend goals, if you will. Check it out. So she did something pretty cool for Travis Scott's birthday. She rented out the entire Six Flags amusement park to celebrate his turning 26th on Monday the 30th of April. And of course, the guest list was lit. We're going to take a look at some of these here. But people like Kendall Jenner, Kim Kardashian, Kourtney Kardashian, and Jordan Woods, one of her best friends, was there too. And then she writes in one of her photos that she put up, or one of the posts, that rented out Six Flags for baby's birthday, and they've never been. Like,
guys, imagine having a whole amusement park to yourself. That is unbelievable. You don't have to queue for rides. You can go on the same ride over and over and over.
And apparently his cake also resembled one of the rides at the amusement park, which is, you know, just how you do. There it is. And with him in the front, and there's Kylie and the baby at the back. That is just crazy. So apparently they do this and they allow people to rent out the amusement park after it's close to the general general public. And in fact, in 2013, the Kardashian-Jenner family rented out the park for Kendall's 18th birthday. So obviously that must have brought back memories for them. And in 2008, Mariah Carey and then husband Nick Cannon also rented out the park and threw a party for like 100 of their friends. That's just how you do, you know.
You just rent out the whole park.
That's shmoney life.
That is how you do it.
Wow.
I have a birthday coming up soon. So
You got a
Expresso. I'm just warning you.
What do you mean? Are you going to be doing so? Is your girlfriend throwing you the
I don't know. See?
Huh? You're going to do Cold Reef City there? What? Oh, my word. Crazy stuff.
Rotanga, I'm taking over it.
No, you can't talk about that. It's closed now. Rotanga's closed.
No, I'm taking over it.
Anyway, okay, all right. Let's talk about tropical island of treasure, Maldives. We've seen drama, action galore, and tonight, the ultimate showdown for a smooth 1 million rand between Team Yellow and Team Red. Oh, look at it's scenes like this that have made it worthwhile for me. The legendary combination of Rudy Woodkowski and Uzalo actor Nay Maps has been something of a phenomenon to watch on television. When he chose you to be his teammate, did you ever think that Yebo Team Yellow would become a thing?
I was afraid of this question. I told Nate up front already how I felt. Like, I feared for our lives. I said, I felt we're not going to make it that far, but we just spoke to each other there and there, said how we felt exactly, because I was honest with him. I said I laughed a lot at him. He felt I was arrogant. I felt he was a bit arrogant. But I think that it just cleared everything.
Yeah, I think the support between the two of you guys has really showed what teamwork is all about and how teamwork can make that dream work. So over the next 10 episodes, of course, we've seen the ups and downs, and tonight it all goes down in the final epic treasure hunt for that smooth 1 million rand
7:30.
at 7:30 tonight. Do not miss it. Zoe, are you going to be watching?
I'm going to be watching. It's
Good.
one of those where you sit on the edge of your seat. Oh my goodness.
So which team are you supporting, Zoe? Yes,
Listen, I keep getting asked this question. I'm just saying I'm Team Orange tonight. I'm supporting both teams. Both teams. Well, listen, good luck for tonight. Now, last week we talked you through the launch of Woolworths' newest fashion collaboration, Style by SA. And today we continue to preview one of our country's most anticipated collections. And if you thought I was looking particularly stylish today, that's because I'm wearing pieces straight from the South African Fashion Week, courtesy of Woolies and the Style by SA crew. And this ensemble that I'm wearing right now, it just happens to be part of the work based of the Johannesburg-based talent Rich Msisi. And now Style by SA is, they are known for the idea of fostering proudly South African talent, something we all as South Africans should be aware of. And Woolies firmly committed to the development of the incredible creativity we have right here in our country. And if you want in and on the inspired fashion, including what I'm wearing today, here's what you have to do. You can head on to Woolworths in Sandton, Rosebank, Mall of Africa Pavilion or Canal Walk and shop the Style by SA capsule collection. Now, if you'd prefer to shop online, you absolutely can. Just head to the Get the Look section. Be sure to tune in tomorrow when Leanne and myself will unveil another show-stopping outfit courtesy of Woolies and the sensation that is Style by SA.
Thank you so much, Zoe. So from fashion, we take a look now at one of South Africa's greatest musicians. His name is Don Laka. He's a pianist, he's a songwriter, he's an arranger, and is a producer as well. And he's got a brand new album called Reflections. Now, this album takes a look back on a career which he has played with or even produced for some of the greatest names in South African music and also in world music. But here's that story in his very own words.
Mzansi is a country that has many music talents, but only a few can say that they have a career spanning over 4 decades or have helped shape a genre. I'm excited to meet one of the greats, an award-winning music icon in his own right, Don Laka, to chat to me a little bit more about the story and the soul behind his music.
Well, it's an incredible journey for anyone to work. It's a generation, I would say. That started for me in 1972. And I thought, when I started that within 25 years, I would take a break. And I realized when it got to almost another 25 years, making it nearly 50 years. Philip Tawan was my biggest role model. And, because it was just not far from me. And the musicians that lived around that time. As I say, Philip Tamil was one of them, and Abdullah Ibrahim, Dollar Brand back then, listening to his music, and then until when we discovered the music of people like Union of South Africa, Hugh Masekela and them, back then. So those are the people that really drove me into getting into music.
Alongside his own albums, Don has been an arranger for Sibongile Khumalo, produced for Ray Phiri and Sipho Mabuse, and that just begins to scratch the surface.
But Don, you've worked with a lot of South African greats, from Brenda Fassie to Mam Rebecca Malope and Yvonne Chaka Chaka, and of course the late Hugh Masekela. Who would you say was your favorite collaboration and why?
I always appreciate working with all those names and many other artists, but one has to have that one that says, when I get to this point, you have reached a different level. And that would have been always Hugh. He's the greatest South African export in the history of South African music. And I don't know, after Miriam Makeba and Hugh and Abdullah Ibrahim, if we have any other person as huge as that. And the impact of Hugh on the international stage. And I'm glad to say that I, have contributed towards his last few years in the, I call it the second phase of Hugh, with the albums that I have produced and worked on, and visioned his new sound with the Black to the Future and 60, and the other last albums that we did together, and the one that actually got us a Grammy nomination, Jabulani. I didn't expect that, because the album was recorded almost 8 months before, and I thought nothing would happen, and suddenly we get in the mailbox that we've been nominated.
Don's career in jazz, mpaqanga and fusion has seen several of his albums and collaborations go gold and platinum. He won the Sama Lifetime Achievement Award in 2017, and he continues to be a wellspring of fresh music.
My new album, Reflections, which reflecting on my career, I've worked with all the young ones that I wanted to work with, from your MT to Maporisa, you name them, Kelly Khumalo, they're on this album. I would say, going forward, any artist that will be coming out there, will be a target for me to work with.
And lastly, for young up-and-coming musicians who want to get into the music industry, what advice do you have for them?
Music is very wide. If you really want to get into the commercial side, it's a complete different world. And the longevity is not that guaranteed, but if you really want to become a musician, go study music. It is important that you can sit and analyze things and analyze the trends and be innovative in a certain way. But if you're going to look at what is happening and want to plug in into what's happening now, it can become a person of the moment and then you disappear.
Not for this maestro. He's currently touring Southern Africa with mpaqanga kings, the Soul Brothers, until October, and from there, it's wherever the music takes him.
Say it.
No!
Come on! Again! Okay. Now, earlier on,
to go for number 2.
Stop it! Get out of my mind. Earlier on, we spoke to South African mentalist Larry Soffer, a man inspired by David Copperfield, and now he's going to show us what he's made of. He's already just bowled our minds over right now. With, do you call it a trick or is it magic? Is it...
So I'm a mentalist. I do magic of the mind. So I read minds. I predict the future. Ben Metal.
I knew you could read my mind.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So it's not quite magic. It's not the usual sleight of hand. It's something a little bit different.
Okay, all right. So what have you prepared for us this morning?
So look, I believe that we're all energetically connected. You guys believe that?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So I'll give you a few examples of this. Any of you guys at home have experienced this in your life, you can just acknowledge it in your own mind. Have you ever finished somebody else's sentence or knew what the other person was going to say before they said it?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
In fact, you probably knew what I was going to say right now. So, or maybe you thought about somebody, you were about to call them and they were calling you in return.
This is true. It's happened before.
So I believe that we all have these abilities and many more in these few ways. We're connected in some way. So I want you to have a good look at each other right now.
All of us?
So just you and Zoe. Okay. So just you both.
And Kat, you're going to be... I'm the third wheel here.
You're going to bear witness. You're going to bear witness to
All right, I'm observing, yes.
So have a good look at each other.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. I want you to get a clear idea of what you both look like right now.
Okay.
You're going to face the front and relax your arms by your side and close your eyes.
Okay.
And Zoe, in your mind, I want you to imagine Ewan in front of you, and Ewan, I want you to imagine Zoe. Just keep it clean, okay? I want you to be aware of every emotion, of every sensation, of every touch. In fact, I don't want you to say anything, just follow my instructions as I go along. Does that make sense?
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So be aware of every emotion, every sensation, of every touch, because in a moment you're going to feel me touch you, you're going to feel where I touch you, how many times I touch you, and so on.
Okay.
Okay? Raise your right hand if you felt me touch you. Excellent. Lower your hand.
Okay.
Point with your right hand to where you felt me touch you.
Who? All of us. Me.
Yourself, yeah. Excellent, excellent. Lower your hand, lower your hand. I want you to count how many times I touched you and show everybody in your right hand. Show them on your fingers. Excellent, you're doing so great. Lower your hand, lower your hand. Kat, can you come stand over here for me? I'm going to stand over here. And you and Zoe, I want you to extend your right arm out to the front for me. And you just keep imagining Zoe in your mind, but keep your eyes closed.
Okay.
Point to where I just touched you. Excellent. Lower your hand. You guys are doing so good. Lower your hand. You and just keep imagining Zoe in your mind, but keep your eyes closed, please. Point to where I just touched you. Excellent. You guys are doing so great. Lower your hand. Lower your hand. Keep focusing on Zoe in your mind, but keep your eyes closed, please. If you felt like a tickle or a scratch, just point to where you felt that. Excellent. Lower your hand. Zoe, you're starting to see yourself in your mind. You and you're starting to see yourself. Okay. I'm going to come backwards from 3 to 1. You're going to open up your eyes and feel refreshed. 3, 2, 1. Now they have no idea.
That was amazing. Guys, that was amazing. I just need to stand to the side.
Did I touch Zoe?
You did touch Zoe.
Every single time?
Every single time.
Did I ever touch you?
Not once.
Don't lie. Don't lie.
But what happened every time I touched her?
He never touched you once.
But you felt it in exactly the same place. Now the really freaky thing is that this effect lasts for about a week.
Don't lie. I am deceased.
What happened?
Crazy.
So you didn't physically touch me once. Are you for real?
Did I ever touch him?
No, he didn't. When I did here and I did 3, did you feel someone tapping on your head 3 times?
I felt just touch.
Like everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Not once, buddy. Okay, while you let that sink in and contemplate the next week. Also, Larry, this is incredible. This is incredible. So what does this tell us about the world around us, Larry?
I believe that whatever we believe in, we can make happen. If we truly believe, if we have certainty about something, that's the moment in which we create it. So you're certain about the fact that you can walk, or sometimes you go to a shopping center and you just know that you're going to get that parking at the front of the shopping center and you get it, right? Without taking the disabled parking, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. So you just know that you're going to get it. That's the moment in which you create your life. That's the moment in which you create your dreams, when you have certainty.
Larry, thank you so much. Truly amazing. I can feel the power now within my hand. What we're going to make happen right now is make an ad break happen, and we will be right back. Bro.
Hello, South Africa. Are you ready for me? Present the search on SABC3. We're out here.
Would you want to see me on your TV?
Do you think that I have what it takes to become the next SABC3 presenter?
It's me you are looking for. When you present, you have to be passionate about it.
Just put me in front of a camera and I'll show you how it's done. Tune in to Presenter Search on 3 on the 10th of May, 7:30 sharp on SABC3.
The stage is yours. Presenter Search on 3, proudly brought to you by Capitec and McCafe.
Won't lie tonight. Feels like you're calling me, waiting with hope to see the rising of the sun. I call the sign. If maybe I'm joking, I put up a fight for love.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on SABC3. Josh Wantie in the house, about to perform his hit, One More Night.
Won't lie tonight, feels like you're calling me, waiting with hope to see the rising of the sun. I can't decide if maybe I'm drunk enough to put up a fight for love, baby. Stepped inside this room again, standing in the corner when I heard your name. I tried calling cause I wondered if you need me. Notice all the heads have turned, see you coming over when I watch me burn. I took a chance thinking maybe you'll believe. You gotta give me one more night, you gotta give me one more night to make it up to you, make it up to you. Oh, oh, oh. Maybe you can change your mind, maybe you can change your mind and fall in love again, fall in love again. Oh, oh, oh. So cold inside, no pictures of on the shelf, room to redeem myself. I'm praying, give me till the morning comes, throw away a record of the things I've done. I took a chance thinking maybe you'll believe. You gotta give me one more night, you gotta give me one more night to make it up to you, make it up to you. Oh, oh, oh. Maybe you can change your mind, maybe you can change your mind and fall in love again, fall in love again. Oh, oh, oh.
On your Feel Good Breakfast Show, man. Brilliant stuff. Thank you so much, man. So, what's next now? Now that this track is doing so well, are you already focusing on the next single?
Yeah, so have to get an EP out, get an album out maybe this year, in the next couple of months. So already working on some new tracks, some new projects in the pipeline.
Any interesting collaborations you could give us a teaser about?
I've done quite a bit of collaborations in the past, so I'm trying to stay away and just really establish my own sound and get my own stuff out there. But I have this track on my EP. I've got a track with an awesome producer out of Cape Town called Tristan Carmichael. And then I'm looking at one international collab with a guy out of the Netherlands called Armin Chekin.
Yeah, man, sounding good.
Yeah.
Cannot wait to hear it all.
Cool.
Thank you very much
Thank
for the
you,
beautiful
bro.
music. We'll have more from Tristan a little bit later on. But in the meantime, link up with us on our social media pages and let us know what you thought about that performance of One More Night.
It's 8 o'clock in your news headlines this morning. In your National News, Arts and Culture Minister Nathi Mthethwa yesterday said that a road accident had robbed the nation of 3 of its most versatile and glittering stars. He was reacting to the deaths of actor, TV presenter and producer Akumzi Jazile, actor Tobani Mseleni and actor and singer Siyasanga Kobese, who were killed in a car crash near Queenstown on Saturday. He said the nation had been dealt a triple blow, and another celebrity, former Golden Arrows and Orlando Pirates soccer star Becca Pakati, also died in a car accident during the weekend. Then the first ever India-South Africa Business Summit kicked off at the Sandton Convention Centre in Johannesburg last night with a gala dinner and continues today with both a closed door and plenary sessions. The summit aims to strengthen trade and investment ties between South Africa and India. Now, some of India's top chief executive officers and South Africa's Minister of Trade and Industry, Dr. Rob Davies, and the Minister of Public Enterprises, Pravin Gordhan, are attending the summit. In your international news this morning, Australia's Great Barrier Reef will receive $379 million in new funding to restore water quality and protect the coral from starfish attacks, government ministers announced yesterday. The Great Barrier Reef, which can be seen from space, covers 348,000 square kilometers and was World Heritage listed in 1981 as the most spectacular coral reef on the planet. A major outbreak of coral-eating crown-of-thorns starfish has been destroying areas of the reef, prompting a major cull in January. Then Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the former president of Liberia, was officially awarded the 2017 Ibrahim Prize for Achievement in African Leadership on Saturday evening during a special leadership ceremony in Kigali, Rwanda. Sirleaf said she was honored to be a recipient of the coveted prize and received it on behalf of the many women and men who helped to navigate the profound complexities of the post-conflict country that is Liberia. She is the first woman to receive the $5 million award, paid over 10 years, and $200,000 annually for life thereafter. That's a wrap of your news headlines. We'll get into those headlines once again in half an hour's time.
Well, let's take a quick look at the scoreboards. Now, with the flair that kept them in front this season, Mamelodi Sundowns earned an 8th PSL title with a 3-1 win over embattled Ajax Cape Town on Saturday. Now, on the score sheet, Billiat, Nascimento and Vilagazi rounded off a stellar season for the Brazilians and secured the 2018 crown with one more game to spare. For Ajax, the focus now shifts to preventing a league exit with victory over Kaizer Chiefs on the final day of the season, while fellow relegation contenders Baroka FC and SuperSport United do battle. Staying with football, Arsene Wenger's final battle against Man United at the helm of Arsenal had the air of a season finale, with the old foe, Sir Alex Ferguson, even paying tribute. But that's all the Gunners would take, as a Fergie 5 extra-time goal from Fellaini would give new nemesis Jose Mourinho the bragging rights with a 2-1 win at Old Trafford. Elsewhere, champions Manchester City equalled the league's season record for the most wins with a 4-1 victory over West Ham, and the relegation battle still remains alive at the bottom of the table. Now, with the Blitzboks relinquishing their lead of the World 7 Series to the Singapore champions Fiji, the SA franchises also battled the Super Rugby the weekend. Despite the positive start provided by both the rainfall and a much-needed 34-18 win for the Stormers over the Rebels in Cape Town, a spirited Reds pulled off one of the upsets of the season, beating a touring Lions team 27-22 in Brisbane before a penalty after the final hooter saw the visiting Highlanders clinch a nail-biting 29-28 victory over the Bulls in Loftus. Now, finally, the Baku circuit stole the show yet again with a major turn of events for Lewis Hamilton, who won a chaotic Azerbaijan Grand Prix. After last year's winner Daniel Ricciardo collided with teammate Max Verstappen to end Red Bull's challenge, and a puncture to race leader Valtteri Bottas gifted teammate and defending champion Hamilton and Mercedes their very first win of the season. Now, despite starting on pole, failed tactics saw Ferrari Sebastian Vettel finish in 4th and now 4 points adrift of the drivers' standings. And that's a roundup of the sporting news.
Well, let's take one final look at the roads, but before we get into it, the price of petrol is set to increase by 49 cents per litre on Wednesday, the 2nd of May, and this is due to the rand-dollar exchange, and it seems like many have taken an extra long weekend. There aren't any major delays to report on, and that's where we leave your traffic on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Cirrus Water, the future of sustainable water.
Couple of minutes past 8 o'clock, let's quickly get another weather update for you. And temperatures are set to reach a high of the early 20s, and that's over the Western and the Eastern Cape. However, in the northeast and also up the west coast, you can expect a little bit warmer temperatures for your Monday. I'll run you through quickly. Polokwane starting off on 12 minimum, reaching a high of 27 degrees. Mbombela 16.27, Pretoria 13.25, Johannesburg 11 minimum with a high of 23 degrees. Mahikeng 11.26, Klerksdorp 13.26, Kimberley some thunder showers showers expected, 14 minimum with a maximum 25. Some thunder showers expected for Bloemfontein as well, 9 minimum and your high 22. Richards Bay 18, 24. Pietermaritzburg 11, 21. Durban starting off on 19 minimum, reaching a mild maximum of 24 degrees and some scattered showers expected. Mthatha 7, 20. East London 14, 22. Cradock starting off on 4 degrees minimum, nice and cold, warming up to 22 degrees. Port Elizabeth 12, 21. George 5, 21. Sutherland also on 5 minimum with a maximum 21 degrees. Cape Town today 11 with a high of 22. Worcester 8, 25. Springbok 12, 27. And Uppington can expect a hot day starting off on 16, reaching a high of 30 degrees maximum. That's a wrap of your weather for the 8 o'clock bulletin. I'll bring you a final update in half an hour's time.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is a happy song because every day millions of people celebrate their birthday all over the world. So as we welcome today, the very last one for April, the 30th of April, we're going to take a moment to wish some celebs and of course you, if you're celebrating your birthday, a happy birthday.
Yeah, well, first up, American rapper Travis Scott celebrates his birthday today. Of course, he's been signed to a number of notable labels, including Epic Records and Kanye West's Good Music Production. He's made numerous guest appearances on songs, including I Get It with Meek Mill and Animal with B.O.B. and T.I., but he's best known as being Kylie Jenner's partner and the father of their daughter Stormi.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
And also celebrating her birthday today is Israeli actress Gal Gadot, who at the age of 18 was crowned Miss Israel 2004, but she's most famous for her roles as Giselle in the Fast and the Furious franchise and as Wonder Woman in the DC Extended Universe, which became the DCE's most successful film to date. She was a cool Wonder Woman.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, Brenda Walters would like to wish her mom, Frances, a very happy birthday today because Mommy is turning 70.
Is that Mommy turning 70?
That's Frances Walters.
Is unbelievable.
Looking amazing.
Looking stunning.
Happy birthday to you, Mama Frances Walters. And if it's your birthday, happy birthday.
That's right. And if you would like to wish someone a happy birthday, you can share their birthdays with us. Or if you'd love to wish a loved one or yourself, you can always tweet us at Expresso Show and we could be wishing you a happy birthday too.
This is the birthday dance now.
If it's your birthday, happy birthday. It's a Monday morning. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it is that time. It's time for our relationship chat. Dr. Eve is in the house looking all gorgeous, looking at her. It's all about how to say sorry in your relationship and make it believable. We're going to get the tips from the expert herself. And then we're also going to start your Monday the right way with the delicious lychee and lime frozen yogurt smoothie. Heading your way after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. We're trying to have music trivia here, and both Dr. Eve and Zoe It's not Billy Joel.
It's Elton John.
So it's Elton John,
sorry,
not John Legend either.
No, I said
Anyway, listen, welcome back.
Yeah.
It's all about being sorry today because we use this word in so many different ways. For example, to console someone if they're sad or they've been hurt, or excuse bad or impolite behavior, and to acknowledge a mistake, all on a scale from inconsequentially to small to monumentally big. When things happen, we say sorry, but we sometimes do find it difficult to say that we're sorry. You know, feeling that some part of us just feels like, no, but I am right. I can't say I'm sorry because I am right.
That's
I'm
right. Well, we are asking you the question today. How do you apologize sincerely and genuinely? What skills are needed to be able to admit that you were wrong? And how do you accept an apology even though it may be difficult? Now, our relationship expert, Dr. Eve, she's in the building to help us unpack this complicated topic. So if you have any questions or comments, our lines are open. You can give us a call. That number's 021 430 9881, and we would love to engage with you and hear your side of the story.
Yeah, and Dr. Eve rocking the most unapologetic pink boots I've ever seen in my
They're not
life.
gorgeous.
They are
Very
stunning.
cool.
They're not gorgeous.
They
yes.
are. But let's talk about saying sorry.
Yeah.
What is the purpose, or the main reason why somebody would make an apology for the person making it and for the person receiving it?
I think one of the pet things that I really, and I'm going to use the word hate, and I'll come back to why I'm using it, Kat, is when somebody would just say to you, throw away, oh, I'm sorry. And they walk away and they think, okay, I'm done.
Okay.
I've said this, I'm sorry. I feel a little exonerated because I've said these magical words that we've socialized to say to people, like, I'm sorry, and then we move on. When you say I'm sorry to somebody, it's really important to know that that is just the beginning of a process that people have to go through. So there are certain important steps one has to take to be able to really apologize. And I want to say that if you can't apologize, you do not have any foundation for a relationship. If you're unable to use the word apologize in your relationship, you can't have a relationship. That foundation is always going to be a little tricky.
Sure.
For people who want to know more about apology, there is one of my colleagues has written a book which is really hot right now. Her name is Harriet Lerner, and I really recommend you go read it because it's a very hot topic now in the world of relationships, which is why we're talking about it today. So one of the things to start out with apologizing, you never ever must be defensive. You don't go into, I'm sorry, but, I'm sorry, but you let me down first. Or I'm sorry, but you cheated first. Or I'm sorry, but you actually used up all our savings first. I'll say sorry if you say sorry as well. You want to avoid that defensiveness around apologizing because then the person is completely shut down.
Yeah.
Your first step in really doing a genuine apology is to be what's called wholehearted listening. Wholehearted listening. Put the defensiveness away and just be present with that person and endure the difficulty or the discomfort of actually listening to what they have to say to you. Then you take responsibility for whatever pain you've caused them, even if you disagree. So it's like, I don't really regret having an affair, but I'm sorry for the pain that I've caused you. I hope listeners can hear that. That's really critical. I don't regret having an affair, or I don't regret having been late for the play, and I'm sorry, though, for the pain that I have caused you.
But
are you hearing the difference?
I'm hearing you, but
yeah.
Already that's, for me, cancelling the apology. If you're going to say, let's say, I don't regret having the affair, but I'm sorry for the pain that it caused you.
But that may be the truth
He
of
made
somebody.
the person made a conscious decision in that moment. I'm assuming now if we're talking about the affair.
Yeah.
So it wasn't by accident that they've gone into that.
Yeah. So they may not regret it. And that's also fair that some people don't regret that, but they do have to express or genuinely feel remorse and regret for pain that they've caused in an action that they've taken. You're hearing the difference?
I'm hearing
that makes somebody feel less pained, less hurtful, that actually you are hearing my pain, that you may just feel you have a righteousness in whatever action you've taken, even though you know it's hurt me, but I am acknowledging I've caused you pain. Okay. So you can name call somebody, you can shame somebody, you can say horrible things to them, to their face or online, call them bad names, but you want to be able to say, I'm sorry this causes you pain, even though in that moment I really do feel like you're just a hardcore, horrible person.
All right, so clearly lots to still get through and talk about saying sorry. So give us a call on 0214309881 because it's never too late to say sorry.
Yeah.
Nice cat, nice cat. Listen, myself and Josh Wantie out here, we are still kind of reeling from what happened earlier on with Larry Sopper, the Mentalist that we have in the studio.
Ready.
We were never ready.
I wasn't ready for that, bro.
It's insane. So I'm hoping this is going to chill us out a little bit, all right? So we're making a beautiful frozen lychee and lime frozen yogurt kind of milkshake. Okay. So is this something that you know you could do with maybe on a Monday morning?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
So it's going to be very easy, dude. I've got some lime frozen yogurt on this side, right? Just going to pop this in there. Yoch, and it is really nice and frozen still. Let's get that in there. All right.
Okay, what's next?
Some lime. Some more lime. All right, so it's going to get you don't want to get too much, obviously. Just want to get the nice flavor in there. So I would say half a lime is good.
Yeah, maybe too tangy.
That's it. And then here we have our Tropica Slender. That is the lychee with a twist of lime in there. I'm going to pop that in there just a little bit.
That's good, yeah.
All right.
The coconut? What is this?
That is for decoration, my friend.
Okay.
That is for decoration.
Sorry, the chef, yeah.
Yeah. There we go. All right. Let's quickly blast it up. The keyword is drink. SMS that to 33728. That's drink to 33728.
There we go.
Get it nice through 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam. Just like that.
Pro with the Nutri bullets, eh?
You know, dude. This thing. Oh, that smells very limey. It's amazing. Do you want to just hand me a glass there quickly?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I'm just going to do it halfway. And then what you would do, my friend, is get some of that Clover whipped cream.
And
give it a bit of a
whiz here.
Squirt there, yeah. You see now, you can go a little bit more than that,
was a bit generous. Oh.
There we go. Get it in there, dude. Get it in there.
This one's going for
And then you
gold.
can top it. Do you see now? First
we're
one practice. And then some toasted coconut flakes there as well. Look at that.
There we go.
Not only can this man make some music, but come on, Coconut Bay. All right, and then you decorate with some nice straws. Quick and easy. The keyword is drink. SMS that to 33728. That's going to chill us out, man. I hope to see some more from Larry Soft a little bit later on. Then you're going to be ready.
Then I'm ready.
Then you're going to be ready. Shot, dude. Drink is the keyword. SMS that to 33728. Check it out on our website as well. That's expressoshow.com.
There won't be time for that, Larry.
Buy a Tropica, follow the entry details on the pack, and you could win the grand prize of a Kia Picanto. For competition T's and C's, visit tropica.co.za.
All right, we're back again with Dr. Eve, and we're talking about saying sorry in a relationship and how do you do so properly so as to begin the healing process. So the number to call 0214309881. And Dr. Eve, we were talking about earlier on. You said saying sorry is just the start.
Exactly.
Of a process.
Yeah.
What are the different emotional steps in that process that people go through?
Why don't people say sorry, Kat, if you think about what we call the non-apologizers?
Because they think they're right?
Yeah, I was going to say let's do a little more process work with you. Why would somebody think that they're right in a situation where they can see that the other person is feeling hurt? Surely you want to be acknowledging their pain.
Is it a lack of empathy?
No, it's a lack of self-esteem. This is what the research shows, that people who are non-apologizers and find it really difficult to apologize, they become very defensive because they feel that they don't have a good enough argument. They really themselves don't feel strong self-worth or self-esteem within themselves. And so it's hard to step into empathy with somebody because they're so scared about losing their own ground or their own self in that process that they can't offer empathy to somebody. So I start again and I say the first step to offering an apology that is going to be genuine is to get rid of the defensiveness. Be present with listening to the other person. Validate that other person by saying, you know, I can really see that you are hurt with what I've just done or what I've just said to you. Let's begin this process of unpacking where it went wrong.
Okay.
Expressing regret and remorse also is indicated as being a vital part of that process. By being able to say, you know, I can see that I've hurt you and I have such regret around having hurt you. I have remorse around having hurt you. Now, how do we begin to repair how you feel and what you think that I've done to you?
Okay.
Taking responsibility for whatever that person is telling you has hurt me. What is my piece of responsibility? What kind of action did I do that contributed to the pain, even if it wasn't intentional? I didn't intentionally burn your clothes, or I'm not going to say have an affair because that is quite intentional, Zoe, you're right, but come late or burn the food or forget to buy cooking or ingredients.
Groceries and
thank you, whatever it is. I mean, I'm being quite trivial about it, but they're very significant betrayals that people do feel.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Eve, I wanted to ask you why.
Sorry about that noise.
It's our coffee machine. Why is it so difficult for people to want to admit they're wrong or want to, give an apology?
It's about ego, Zoe. It's about a sense of always being right, and then also the fear of having to go through a process. I mean, who wants to? So what people usually do is like, I'm sorry, and then the other person is supposed to say,
you're forgiven, or you're fine.
Exactly.
I'm fine.
I'm fine. It's okay. I forgive you.
I don't get overhurt quickly. For me, it's cool. You've apologized, but now I need to process it, and it's not necessarily okay. Cool. We're forgiven. We're best friends again.
And I'd love to hear from our viewers who of you have had that experience of somebody saying, I'm sorry, and you just automatically say, oh, okay, I forgive you, because that ain't the truth.
Yeah. Well, when we come back and we continue the chat, and you can of course give us a call on 021-430-9881. I want to find out from Dr. Eve what responsibility the person receiving the apology has in taking that. Do they have to? Do you accept the apology for your own benefit, for the other person's benefit, for the benefit of the relationship, or can you and are you allowed to just plainly say, no, I don't accept. Keep your sorry. It's too late to say sorry. That type of thing.
Yeah.
So give us a call on 021-430-9881.
It's never too late to say sorry, Kat. It's never too late. But listen, do you find it difficult to say sorry? That is what we are talking about with Dr. Eve. Give us a call, 021-430-9881. And give us your questions. Dr. Eve is here to answer all. And then we're also jumping into the kitchen with a delicious cinnamon and fig breakfast bowl to get your Monday started the right way.
Life needs flavor, so join Zoe and I as we learn more about Ukraine every Friday on Expresso.
Because you could win a #Lays Ukraine experience and double tickets to the UEFA Champions League final. To enter, purchase a packet of Lays with the UEFA Champions League branding, dial *120*76453# and follow the prompts.
Also remember to keep your slips, that's very important, and T's and C's apply. Add flavor to your life with Lays and Expresso.
Stand a chance to win a Ukraine experience plus double tickets to the UEFA Champions League final. To enter, buy, dial and stand a chance to win.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
I nearly spilled my coffee walking back so quickly for this segment because it is quite a touchy subject that we're talking about in relationships, about saying sorry.
And when to apologise. Well, our lines are open, 021-430-9881. We would love to hear from you. In fact, Dr. Eve, we have Anonymous on the line. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning.
Okay, well, Dr. Eve, what's your comment or question for Dr. Eve?
Well, it's just a comment to say that I had a very good male friend, Dr. Eve, and that was all we had. And in my marriage, my husband really struggled to accept our friendship. And so eventually we stopped being friends and we had to go for counseling and try to work through things because he kept on having affairs, but he never, ever took responsibility for what he did. He never apologized. And every time he had an affair, he would shift the blame. And I had to kind of work harder every time he would come home for me to be to kind of keep him. And at the end of the day, we got divorced, and I never ever heard him say he was sorry.
What a dirty, rotten scoundrel. Okay, in all seriousness, I'm sorry for your pain. You see, I'm saying I'm sorry so glibly.
Yes.
Yeah. You wanted that apology, right? I mean, more than anything, this is what I'm hearing you saying, is that you wanted some acknowledgement of your pain, even if, as we were saying earlier on, there wasn't a regret, and obviously there wasn't, which is why he had multiple infidelities, but you just wanted him to see and validate your pain, that you were in pain and that he had contributed towards your pain. And you never got to close that ring, that circle for you, so you were ongoingly in pain. And you couldn't trust the guy, I'm sure not.
Yes. I mean, even to this day. And sometimes I think it's just all you want to hear.
Yeah.
You know, just take responsibility and say, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm absolutely in agreement with you. Just that sense of taking responsibility, then I'm not the only one in this, because you kind of feel like you're going crazy. You need somebody to validate you and say, yeah, you're right. You know, I did do these things, and therefore I'm just apologizing for the pain that I've caused you, even if I just want to keep on being unfaithful. So well done to you for taking responsibility and moving out of a painful situation. Yeah.
Thank you, Anonymous, for sharing your story with us. I wanted to ask, so if you find yourself caught up in a situation like Anonymous, is there a way that you can coach your partner to apologize? Is there a way in which you could express to them that what you're doing by not apologizing and not taking responsibility is really hurting me, and I would like to hear you say sorry, not because I want to hear it, but because you really genuinely feel that you are apologetic. Is there a way to coach your partner?
Yeah. So what you heard Anonymous partner doing is something called blame reversal apology. I'm having an affair because you don't give me enough sex, or because you're boring, or because you just criticize me all the time. That's a blame reversal apology, which is incredibly hurtful to anybody who's receiving that. You want to be able to talk to your partner who's going to be listening. If they're not able to listen or empathetically listening to you, you don't stand a chance, Kat, of ever bringing a change to that person. But you can hear what also happened to Anonymous. You start going down into the situation where you just begin to doubt yourself. And then it's very hard to be able to convince this person that I want to have an apology. I actually do believe that I'm right because of this blame reversal. Well, you know, you didn't do the dishes, so then it's okay for me not to do the dishes either. And then you start thinking, well, yeah, you know, he's right. I didn't do the dishes. Maybe I am worthy of being blamed. And then it's very difficult to have communication. Okay. So having communication is the most important thing.
I think we still have one more segment with Dr. Eve. There's so much to say sorry about and to accept in all these apologies. So give us a call, 021-430-9881. We'll be right back.
All right, thank you very much, guys. Well, we are taking a break from the Say Sorries right now, and we're jumping to the kitchen. Larry Sulphur joins me. Yes. No tomfoolery or mind tricks or anything. We are just going to sort you out with a healthy breakfast, all right? Very, very easy. We get some cinnamon, we get some figs, and we're going to put it all together into a delicious breakfast bowl. Larry, are you going to help me, dude?
Yeah, absolutely.
So please, there's no tricks, no funny business. All right, this is just
no
breakfast.
Making it rise in the air.
No, please.
Okay.
This is just breakfast, all right? So you can hand me the butter there quickly, Larry.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. That's what we're going to start with. Just going to melt that down a little bit. So what we want to do is we want to just caramelize our figs, all right? So we've got some beautiful figs over there, the black variety. So if you want to hand me those.
Yep, totally. Do you need a teaspoon for that?
No, all good, all good, all good. So there we go. So you're just going to caramelize that. Let me just pop that there. And then, once this is all nicely melted, just a little bit of honey there if you don't mind. That's fine.
You're a pro at this.
Bro, we're just going to drizzle it over so now you can get that sweet and sticky, beautiful flavor of the figs. All right.
Wow.
So you let that go and you let that caramelize nicely. A couple of minutes should do it, but you just keep your eye on it. Fortunately, we've done some already. You can see it on that side over there. You can see it beautifully caramelized, dark in color. Look at Larry being the hand model himself. And now we're going to just put together our breakfast bowl. It's very easy. So we've got some plain yogurt on that side. Obviously, we know that yogurt is very good for the gut.
Yes.
This is why it's great to start off in the morning with. So you're going to start building it for us, Larry. So you can take the teaspoon, start layering it there with some figs.
Okay, perfect.
Right on top. And don't be shy, man. Don't be shy. Figs very, very healthy as well.
Can make it nice and pretty.
Just make it look pretty, man. That's
Doll
all.
it up a bit.
That's it. So while Larry is building it, the keyword is breakfast. SMS that to 33728. That's breakfast to 33728. Nice. I like to get the sauce in there as well. We got some. That's cool. Dude. We got some toasted pecans. All right, some pecan nuts that you can pop over there as well. That's it. Yeah, you don't really. You can just
just gooi it in.
Gooi it in.
Just all of it.
Not all of it. Just a little. There we go.
A little bit around the edge.
Pecans, once again, great as well. Some jewels. We have some pomegranates there that you can sprinkle over. There we have it. And look how beautiful that. Now, just a little a dusting of cinnamon.
Okay.
Come, dude. Do you normally make the breakfast at home?
No,
not all.
Don't normally make the food. My wife's going to be very happy with me.
There we go. And look what Larry has made you. And then we have some delicious cocoa nibs as well. So we're using raw ingredients, which is all healthy and natural as well. Perfect to get the gut going in the morning. Larry, that is it, my friend. And I'm going to move it over there. And look how beautiful that is. Hey?
It looks like it tastes amazing.
Bro, unbelievable. And there we have it. So like I've mentioned, you want to make sure that you sort the gut out in the morning.
Yes.
That is your breakfast, my friend. Alternatively, you can go for a supplement form as well to make sure that you get the healthy gut bacteria going. We've got some Malkasan on that side, which is a daily kind of digestive tonic that you can help. It helps relieve symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome. I know it's very prevalent within our society and community as well. And it also eliminates bad gut bacteria and yeasts as well. So it's a great daily tonic that you can take in addition to your breakfast as well. Larry, thank you, my friend.
Thank you. That's amazing.
The keyword is breakfast. SMS that to 33728.
Digestive problems are increasing. A. Vogel's Malkasan is a Swiss daily digestive tonic that's high in L+ lactic acid to support healthy gut bacteria.
All right, well, we continue our chat with Dr. Eve, and Anani is on the line, joining us from the Eastern Cape. Good morning, Anani.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Very well. Thank you very much for your call. What is your question or your comment on the topic?
I'd like to talk to Dr. Eve because I am the one in the wrong, and, this person has been in denial, but then I seem to want a way to approach this matter because I was the one who was in the wrong, countless times, but then it had been a subliminal thing without me even noticing it. So my question to Dr. Eve is, how do I approach this matter?
So you're saying that you are the one in the wrong?
Yes, ma'am.
I can hear from your voice that you really do feel that you were in the wrong. So you want to... It's lovely that you can acknowledge that. There's your beginning conversation. I was in the wrong, and then say to her, or him or her, talk to me about your experience. Let them express their feelings, and all you have to do is just to endure the discomfort. And as you've been hearing me say throughout the segment, don't become defensive. Just listen, bite your tongue, and just listen to what he or she has to say. Validate their experience by saying, okay, I can hear that I've hurt you. I can see that you're in pain about this. Take some, express your regret and your remorse in a very sincere way. I regret that I've hurt you. It wasn't intentional. And then move into, okay, how are we now going to repair this? Don't stand back. Don't stand back and be afraid to initiate that conversation. I just want to pick up what you wanted to talk about, Kat, is like, what happens to this person who's going to receive the apology? Because you can hear in his voice that he's afraid to begin it because he's afraid of what his or her response is going to be, that it may be rejected. And that's why a lot of times we don't want to do the apology because we're afraid we're going to get, more nastiness or more criticism or a refusal to accept that apology. So we just don't go there.
So what do you do in the instance?
You go there, Zoe. You
if
just
the person doesn't
absolutely
want to accept your apology, do you still continue to say it and
Yeah.
make peace for your own sake? Or do you apologize? Who do you apologize for, like in terms of closure? For both parties, for yourself,
that's a great
for the other
question.
person?
For both, and mostly also for the relationship. And not in an insincere way. I mean, you really have to be sincere in your apology, or say, I'm not ready to really apologize, or the other person to say, I'm not ready to accept this apology. I'm still burning, I still feel quite bruised. I thank you for apologizing, because you always want to do that, because the person has put themselves at risk. I thank you for apologizing, and I need time to recover. I need time to process this, because as I said at the beginning, this is a process that people have to go through. And it's not an automatic, I forgive you, because that's fake, that's nonsense. The story of forgive, I forgive, I forgive you, it's nonsense that happens automatically. It may never happen, and that's something you have to accept as well. It becomes kind of the fabric of your relationship, is that I'm sitting here with an injured part of me that's never going to be able to forgive what you've done.
Question.
Yes.
We have about 45 seconds left, I'm sure. When you've accepted the apology, are you ever allowed to bring it up again?
Absolutely. And also to add to that, it's never too late to give an apology. Never too late. And yes, you can bring it up, but not in a fight or conflict situation.
Okay, so in what way?
To say I'm still feeling hurt, or I feel like we still need to do some work.
I mean now when that process is done.
Is it ever done? Yeah.
Okay, that's the question then. Okay, is it ever done? So it's never done.
No, and therefore one builds on it. One bears in mind that I suck at timekeeping, and I'm always late. So this is something that we accept and we are aware of. And you don't want to make it a contentious point in the relationship, because the foundation of the relationship cracks. It's like, I accept you're always going to be late, and this is something that I have to live with. But you're taking responsibility, and you're saying, I suck at time.
You say the date's at 6 o'clock if it's actually at 7 o'clock. That's what we have to do with my dad. We have to lie when the event starts at 5 and then it starts at 6.
Exactly.
Always on time.
It's adaptive behavior. That's what you've got to do, instead of keeping anxiety and tension and conflict in your relationship.
Yeah, well, Dr. Eve, thank you very much for this very enlightening chat, and I hope it was so for you.
Yeah.
In the words of, sorry is all that I can say, Tracy Chapman.
Tracy Chapman.
Words don't come easily.
Yeah,
actually do that.
Yeah.
Send them a song text.
Yeah, I like that. I like that idea.
We'll see you again next week, Monday. Thanks, babe.
Okay,
We're gonna take a quick
Instagram.
break.
Follow me on Instagram.
Follow Dr. Eve on Instagram, and to each one of our callers, thank you so much for participating today. We're going to take a very quick break on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Don't go anywhere. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You're tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. It's a Monday morning. Thank you for tuning in. We're sorting you out with dinner. Yes.
Yes.
Some fried tempura. We've got some squid and some prawns here. How's that for the menu?
Sounds amazing. And you said it's Be Well.
Yes, that's it. So what we are doing, we're using our Be Well Fry Well oil, all right, to make sure that we just get the absolute most flavor out of our ingredients this morning. So we made the breakfast. Right now it's dinner time.
Okay.
So we're going to make the fry batter first, okay? So I've got an egg, all right, and we've got our flour.
Some flour.
Yeah. So I'm just going to make it a little well.
I have a weakness for batter, so anything that comes in batter.
I don't think this is the type of batter that you would want to just indulge in, Zoe.
No, but you're covering the prawns in it, so.
I see what you mean. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to slowly start mixing this, all right? Now,
okay, so
in terms of the consistency,
yes,
you don't want to have it too runny, obviously, all right? Because you still want it to kind of stick.
And coat.
That's it.
There we go.
So I just want to make sure. And
is that all it takes? Flour, egg, and some water?
That's pretty much it, Zoe.
Okay.
You can, if you want to, you can put some flavoring in there as well. Remember, we're not making a dough here.
True.
All right, so I just want to get this done. And also, you might see that because we do it this way, you get a little bit of lumps in there, but we want the lumpiness, all right? Because that's going to add to the extra crispiness.
And the texture of...
That's it. I'm going to add a little bit more.
Okay, so I was about to check on the consistency of the batter.
So you'll see, we just want to make sure, I don't want it too runny, but I don't want it too firm as well. I think that looks about right.
Okay.
Just like that, okay. So now, we got our prawns that's been cleaned and deveined. We got some squid as well that's been cleaned. Okay. And now, it's just about frying it. So I'm just going to show an example. So I'm going to pop this in there.
Okay, I see what you mean. And I see now with the texture, it just coats it perfectly without dripping too much or being too thick.
Just like that. And we got a nice hot pot here. Bam. And always away from you. I'll put a piece of squid in there as well.
Okay.
Just dip that nicely.
And we're using the Be Well Fry Well oil, which obviously is great for heating. Yeah. There we go.
And remember, this doesn't take long, all right? This really doesn't take long. Just check it out up until it's nice and golden brown. Seafood is very quick, Zoe, to actually make. So there we have it.
Look at that.
Bam, away from you.
It's so hypnotic. You just want to watch it the whole time.
I'll do one more quickly.
Therapeutic, actually.
That's it.
That's the right description.
All right.
There we
Therapeutic indeed.
Good for you.
And now...
I know.
We just let us do its thing while you make us a little seafood dip.
Okay.
So what we've got there in a bowl. Firstly, you want to put in some sour cream.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to put in sour cream.
Throw in some sour cream there. Can you zest that lemon for us a little bit?
Okay, we're going to get some lemon zest. Need to check which side's the right side of the grater.
That's it. Just to get some zinginess to it. Oh, this is going to be delicious.
Okay, how much zest is enough?
Just go for that should be fine. And now just cut it in half. The keyword is Be Well. SMS that to 33728. That's Be Well to 33728 to get your hands on this recipe. That is looking phenomenal.
Ooh. Okay.
Just give us the juice there.
There we go. Just watch the eyes.
That's perfect.
There we go. That's enough juice, right?
That's right. A pinch of salt. Some garlic I'm going to pop in there as well.
Okay.
I've got some dill and some parsley. And just give us a tablespoon of our Be Well mayonnaise.
I use the spoon, so can we just double dip on this?
Double dip on that. Go for one more.
One more.
And that is our dipping sauce. Look at that.
There we go.
Beautiful, creamy. The keyword is Be Well. SMS that to 33728. These guys are looking absolutely amazing.
Look at that.
They're getting nicely light brown. But there we have it. You can obviously serve it with some rice and give us a nice little dollop on top.
Just give you a nice little dollop on top. There we go.
Just like that. And then you have your fried or tempura prawn and your squid as well. Absolutely brilliant for dinner. Quick and easy. And if you think that working with seafood is scary, I just showed you it's not.
This is not intimidating at all. And look at that. They are going beautifully, deliciously brown. And of course, our keyword for you this morning is Be Well. If you'd love to have the steps to this recipe sent to your phone, that number is 33728. SMS the keyword Be Well.
Now, this Mandela Monday, our hero is a lady who is quite literally the wind beneath the wings of tomorrow's pilots, and she has an aspiring generation of aviators that are seeing beyond the horizon to where an aircraft and their determination can take them.
I'm a professional pilot and I live my dream, and I want to see many more young South Africans and Africans to reach for the sky and become aviators, pilots, air traffic controllers. The future of aviation lies with our youth.
Fatima is the founder of Sakigamba Foundation that was established in 2010 to develop and expose our youth to the aerospace industry. It has already reached 90,000 young people.
Sakigamba is a Xhosa word and it means building a future. So we just added a little bit, building a future with young aviators. And that is the aim for our programs as well. We expose the youth to the aviation industry. We have a series of about 7 programs and projects that we do to expose them. Our center is the STEAM laboratory where the core of the STEM education takes place. The STEAM laboratory is a STEM education laboratory with robotics and aerospace as the main themes. We've got a robotics lab that exposes those who come visit our center to the Internet of Things, artificial intelligence. They build their own robots in one day, so very exciting. It also has an air traffic control tower that overlooks the whole facility. We also have a model airport that is a great learning tool to see how the operations of the airports happens on a daily basis.
I've learned that to fly a plane it's very difficult. It might seem easy, but the maths and science and physics is completely different. And one of my main favorites about being here was when I got to fly the simulator.
At the Sakigamba Foundation, I've learned how aeroplanes fly. I've learned what the ailerons are used for and what the rudders are used for, and the best aerodynamics for a paper jet.
To give the school students a sense that these professions are achievable, the foundation introduces them to young graduates and beneficiaries of the program like Arnold Moritz.
I've always wanted to be a pilot since the age of 12, having gone up on a chance helicopter flight at such a young age. And that really sparked an interest for me to pursue a career in aviation. Sakigamba Foundation helped me from the word go. Once we've completed our PPL, the foundation provided us guidance to complete our commercial pilot's license. That's where we find ourselves at this point. And all throughout the way, Fatima's been really a mentor and a guide for us to be successful in this career.
Inspired students are exposed to the full range of career options within the aviation industry.
I would love to do aviation one day. I would love to drive a plane. I've seen that it's one of the things I enjoy doing, and my abilities and strengths are here.
One day I would want to be in the aviation because you get to see the whole of the world and all that the world has to offer.
To all the aspirational pilots, your challenges are going to be enormous, but never give up on your dream. Every single pilot that is out there flying those big machines today and that you admire had to go through some sort of struggle. But hey, it's worth it in the end.
To young people, many of whom will never have been in an aircraft, let alone fly a plane, Fatima's foundation is here to say, yes, you can.
It's How to Shine with Mac Kitchen Cleanup Time, and today we are bringing you a step-by-step guide on how to take care of your microwave and oven. And of course, Mac Multi-Purpose Cream Cleaner is the perfect thing for this job. Its active detergent and soft abrasive loosens and lifts tough dirt to leave surfaces clean, shiny and scratch-free. We'll be sharing all of those tips with you now. Mac dishwashing liquid concentrated high formula foam contains the degreasing power of active lemon, and it's going to be getting in and amongst all of those stains.
Well, we're going to help you with some cleaning tips. And first off, tackling your microwave. Now, often one should give your microwave a good clean. And here's some advice from the experts at Mac. Now, first you want to look at the inside of your microwave. You start with the interior. You wipe down food splatters and spillages using Mac dishwashing liquid in warm water. Next, you clean the glass tray. Carefully remove and wash in a solution of Mac dishwashing liquid. Then you rinse and dry it thoroughly. And of course, you also want to focus on the outside of the microwave. That's the control panel. And it is, you know, if it becomes wet, polish dry it with a soft dry cloth. And when cleaning the control panel, leave the door open to prevent the microwave from accidentally switching on. You never want an empty microwave on.
Or any accidents like that. Now we move on to the oven door. So we're going to be cleaning that up. So steam obviously accumulates inside and around the outside of the oven door. So wipe this away with a soft cloth. Then squirt MAC cream cleaner onto a damp cloth and wipe the inside of the oven as simply as that.
Now you want to move on to the stoves and the ovens, and you're going to squirt some MAC cream cleaner onto a damp cloth and wipe down all of the outside of the oven surfaces. Then you go to the control panel that should be wiped with a damp cloth and some MAC cream cleaner, and avoid getting the switches wet or allowing water to seep under the switches, and make sure you pay special attention to the food and fatty deposits and drips.
Yeah. Oh, what about the stove plates, you may be asking? Well, of course, heavy spills on stove plates should be removed with a solution of MAC cream cleaner in warm water. Then you wipe around the plates, paying special attention to the metal rings where food and grease may have accumulated, because you never, like, over time it really builds up and it becomes very nasty. So make sure that you take care of that.
And you might be having a glass stove that you're wondering, how can I clean it? Well, hobs come in a variety of materials and finishes, so glass hobs respond well to cleaning with a solution of MAC dishwashing liquid in warm water. You rinse and dry, and then MAC cream cleaner can be used on ceramic knobs. For general cleaning, use a solution of some MAC cream cleaner and warm water.
And then finally, excited to be cleaning this, we move on to the oven. So first, clean the inside of your oven, very important. Start by switching the oven off at the power point. Then take out the trays and the racks, and these should be cleaned with a direct application of neat MAC cream cleaner. Then you rinse and dry them off, and then make up a solution of MAC cream cleaner in warm water and wash down the inside walls, taking care not to move the elements. That's very, very important. Then you allow it to dry thoroughly, and if a specialist oven cleaner is necessary, follow the instructions for best results. And of course, keep your major appliances then clean and shiny with MAC multi-purpose cream cleaner and MAC dishwashing liquid.
Now, MAC makes cleaning easy, and you can win a MAC hamper every week. And to stand a chance of winning, you SMS the keyword MAC, that's MAQ, to 33728. Those SMSs are charged at R1.50. No free SMSs apply, and T's and C's can be found on our website, that's expressoshow.com. And this week's giveaway, in fact, it ends at midnight this Friday, so make sure you get those SMSs in.
New MAC Multi-Purpose Cream Cleaner easily removes tough dirt from surfaces all over the home, making it easy for you to shine.
All right, we're going to take a very quick ad break. Your Monday morning is not done just yet. When we come back, some more mentalist mind tricks and things with Larry Soffer. He is absolutely amazing. He's been blowing us away all morning, so stick around for that. And we also bring you a last performance from the very talented Josh Wantie this morning. That's the way to end your Monday morning, so make sure you stay tuned.
Welcome back. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show live, large and in charge on this Monday morning.
Sofa on Facebook and at Larry Sofa on Twitter and Instagram.
Mentalist extraordinaire. You were showing us something right now. So you're going to try and help me read Ewan's mind.
Yes.
You asked him to pick either male or female.
Yes, and to think of some celebrities, and you've got lots of celebrities in your mind right now. I want you to focus down to two, a male and a female, and then you're gonna focus on whichever one you decide to focus on.
Okay.
You got that in your mind?
Yep.
Okay,
Got
cool.
them.
And I want you to write those two celebrities down over here.
Yeah.
And then just focus on the one that you want to focus on, and then circle that one.
Okay.
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 So
you
I
need to
am
do this
not a
camera.
mentalist.
So you can't
so
see.
you're not a
You can't
mentalist.
see.
You're not
There's
allowed
no
to
way
look
that you could know
cat.
what Ewan's thinking.
No,
of.
I can't.
Okay.
If I fail, I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, we're gonna try our best over here. We're gonna try our best.
But I'm assuming most of your magic works out well, right?
I hope so.
So you have
This
to
is the first
circle
time
the
that I'm
one you
doing
want
this, actually.
to focus on.
So I have to circle the one that I'm focusing on.
Yes. And can everybody see which one you're focusing on?
You guys
Yep.
see? Yes,
Yep.
yes, you can
Yep.
all see.
They can
all
see.
right,
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Cool.
So don't let Katlego see.
Yeah.
I want you to focus on Ewan for a second, and you're going to block your ears like this.
I need to look at Ewan.
Yes. So
Block my ear.
Look at Ewan, and just close your ears.
Both?
Both, yes. And just focus on him.
Hold on. My earpiece is allowing me to hear. So.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
So focus on Ewan, and just think. I want you to think of the celebrities that you're thinking of, and then focus on the one that you're actually choosing. Okay. In your mind. I'm going to touch you over here, Kat. I'm going to call you Kat. It's a little bit easier. When I touch you over here, I want you to close your eyes and listen to Ewan in your mind. Okay. So close your eyes, and just listen to Ewan in your mind. Do you hear him?
Yeah. What is that? That's ridiculous.
Just keep saying it, keep saying it. Do you hear it clearly?
Yeah.
Tell him, what did you guess?
No, bro. Did you choose Tom Hanks?
No! It was the other one that he was going to think of.
It was Adele or something.
Wow!
Come on, man.
Bro.
What just...
No, wait. Like, I heard your voice in my... Did you like whisper something?
I didn't say anything.
He was quiet. I was standing next to him.
Guys, okay, wait. No, please don't mess around with me.
Could you actually hear him in...
I heard your voice saying, I choose Tom Hanks. I choose Tom Hanks. Did you even say that in your mind?
Yes.
Dude.
No, bro.
Yeah, let's...
No.
Well, Katlego fell again right now after that. Here's a performance to wrap up to this. I don't know what to say. Josh Wantie, take it away, my brother. Fall again.
What do you mean? I could...
That said that you'd moved on. I could see the light go out again. I won't lie, sometimes I let the cold come in. You were a hunter and I was paper thin. I won't believe you. I left my trust in the ocean, somewhere beneath the cold blue sea. I found you. I won't fall again. I can hear you calling out again. It must be time to find someone to keep your peace of mind. Yeah, another victim, another foolish man. Hundreds of voices lifting up to a choir, singing everything we wrote. And I won't fall again. Won't fall again. I won't fall again. Won't fall again. I'll keep moving on until we're long. Hold your tongue, don't speak, 'cause it was you who walked through me now.
morning show made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.
I'll keep